Right. Frank. Set the timer. Let's continue on. Alright, where are we going now? Yeah, we gotta meet the recruiter. Let's go back, though, and finish off that area. For sure, to J-pop, yep. I mean, the whole point of, like, Omega Quintet is, like, your typical kind of, typical, like, idols becoming, like, superheroes kind of thing.
Tragedy. The humanity of it all.
The huge manatee.
Oh, hello. I'm sorry, I was just muttering to myself. I'm in some trouble and... Wait! You could help me! You're clearly not from around the Imperial City, and I need someone's help most desperately. Someone unaffected by the politics of this place.
It's got the outsider. It's the way smudged one. What can I do to help?
Well, you see, there's been a mix-up. No, an error. Oh, who am I kidding? Some bastard has changed my play!
What?
I am Incisive Chorus, the playwright. I'm sure you've heard of me. And if not, you have... now, I suppose. One of my productions has been touring the countryside and catching people's attention. We were asked to bring it into the city and perform here in the Golden Way.
Yeah, there hasn't been a huge number of exclusives, but all the exclusives have been pretty good. So, of course, Morrowind. I mean, a lot of them are on PC, of course, but for consoles, yeah. I mean, PlayStation obviously had a lot bigger of a selection, but Xbox got some good stuff. That's positive so far. What's the problem?
The play must go on, but not as they want it. The play's been changed, you see. One very key piece of the play has been rewritten.
Which piece is that? Worried about they're corrupting your art, are you?
Once you change this scene, you change the very soul of the production. It's hardly my play at all if they perform it their way. They've changed it from a commentary of man's inhumanity to man to a satire of the Empire.
What? How dare they?
Truthfully, that they've lost the whole point of the piece.
You're right, that's terrible.
A like-minded island amidst a sea of dolts. Oh dear, that was a poor metaphor. The point stands, regardless. I'm certain the Lotus Assassins would blame me for the satire. Of course I would pay you. In fact, I'd match... well, this is odd.
What's odd?
It's just that there's no going rate for female actors or whatever you'd be called. It's unheard of.
There's no female actors in the entire city?
Of course there are, though I'm not supposed to know it. The entire establishment turns a blind eye to them. They deserve that much respect. I hear the bosom binding, pants stuffing, and whatnot is a far cry from comfortable.
Sounds like a lot of unnecessary work.
The irony is that many of them get cast as female roles. Fresh faces, you see, leaving us with a woman playing a woman through 4 layers of costume. Most unsightly. I myself have pushed long and hard for realism. Verisimilitude is the word they're throwing out these days. And what better way to avoid all that unnecessary shirt stuffing? Alas, tradition often becomes a barrier blackened by short-sightedness that is not easily overcome.
You're asking that I pretend to be a man? The answer is no. Maybe it's time we tore down some of those traditions. What do you need me to do?
I need that fire and that passion. That's what I need. I will gladly offer you the going rate for a leading man, just for a walk-on part. I need you to take a role in the play and read the role the, original way. You have a most regal bearing, so I'd expect you'd have no major problems at any rate acting the role of Lady 14 Flowers.
14
If you
flowers.
talk to first-degree thespian Fong up by the pagoda, tell him you're the replacement actor. He'll be desperate, so all you'll have to do is read the proper lines.
When we play Lady 14 Flowers?
That will be a bit tricky, I admit. Certainly breaking with tradition, but if you tell them that you're already in makeup, they'll, gloss things over. It'll be fine, I'm sure.
Interesting, I'll do it.
Here's a copy of the original script for your scene. Pivotal, I assure you. This copy reads properly, not like that edited pile of dung. Hurry over to the large pagoda overlooking the Golden Way and tell Fong that you're the replacement. They won't wait forever, so step quickly to it. Remember, you'll have to memorize your lines. No script on stage, of course. Also, make sure you read from this script. Now, good. No, you're about to perform, so I shan't jinx it. Get to it.
Break a leg. No script, you're seen as Lady 14 Flowers. In this version of the play, your character explains that the end of the Jade Empire's expansion occurred because the sagacious Tien listened to the will of the heavens. The theme of the heavens reaching out to the Emperor is explored at least twice, and contains the historically accepted truth that the northern border of the Jade Empire was traced by a shooting star. There will be a book and a scroll stand by near the stage where you can study your part in more detail. But I guess just walking up to the book will show me what I need to say.
Excuse me, you're in my way, and I'm trying to keep an eye out for our replacement actor.
I'm the understudy you need.
You? You're the replacement? By the starry river, that is the best makeup job I've ever seen. We'll barely have to touch you up to play Lady 14 Flowers. And let me just say, your costume makes everything look very, authentic. Yes, well, good job. Did they give you a copy of the script when they sent you over here?
I have a copy here. Is this it?
Let me see that. No. This is all wrong. They sent you with the old script. Bloody Actors Guild is staffing itself with water buffaloes, I tell you. Here, have it back. The script's recently been revised, so even if you're familiar with the old version, read it again for the changes before you head on stage.
Revise the script.
Well, a southern noble funded the location and travel for us, but wanted to make a few tweaks. We couldn't afford to miss the exposure. Our writer wasn't that happy, but we accepted the revisions, and here we are. I'm sure your Actors Guild told you that we have standard rates. We'll happily pay you the going rate for a lead, especially since this is short notice. Ruin your scene and you get nothing, just like normal. Understand?
I think I've got it.
Just get at least half the lines correct, and the crowd will figure out what's happening. Any less than that, and it becomes one of those obscure plays no one likes. Now, read that script over. Come talk to me when you've got it, and we'll get you into final costume and onto the stage.
Can we do like 50% the right, 50% the wrong, and get money for both of them? I'm assuming we need like at least 50% one way to get this guy's reward, and 50% the other way to get the other guy's reward. Both the scripts for your scenes side by side and compare them. It seems you only have a few lines of this scene. They are mostly reacting to the other actor. The scene reenacts the historical moment, the formation of the Jade Empire. It seems to be only 6 lines for you to remember. On those scripts, there are acting notes that should make it easy to remember the proper lines. They're on the first page of the scripts, which covers the first 3 of your 6 lines. Yeah, so we could hit 50% on the dot. I'm curious to see what happens if we hit 50% if there's like 6 lines. First line seems to be the same in both scripts. Oh, maybe not. Simply responding to the question about the color of banners. White banners are flying. Alright. Let me memorize those notes. Second line. Second line seems to be one of those lines that was changed between scripts. There are two versions of it. You are responding to a question about the time of day, and in incisive chorus's script, you speak of the heavens, sending a message that dusk, and the night is coming on fast. Accurate. Cue cards. Message dusk. The edited version time is midday, and you would speak about the flower guardians, an obvious dig at Lotus assassins. Third line is the same both scripts. In it, you're responding to a question about location. The acting notes direct the key elements lies in that the decision was reached on the edge of a great plain. It seems to have two versions. It must have been edited in City Came to Play. Script written by the of course, the theme of the heavens reaching out to the Emperor Tien is explored again. Your character comments that the seasons change from place to place. In the edited version, your character comments the warmth can hide in an icy heart. Comment leads to a thinly veiled condemnation of the Emperor. And same, yeah, so right there we already have 50% of the lines that are the same in both scripts. So if we hit 50% just by reading these like these three lines correct, we'll get this guy's reward. Yeah. Director notes point out that you beat answering roughly who did the Emperor turn to. In the script, the Emperor turned to the heavens themselves. Sixth line... six is the same, so there's only two lines that changed out of the entire thing. Let's see how a shooting star traces the border across the sky.
Have you read the script? Do you feel one with Lady 14 Flowers yet?
I'm ready. I'm having trouble with motivation. Tell me more about my character.
Why are you guild actors all the same? Isn't the money motivation enough?
That is good motivation.
You're playing a noble lady in the court of the first emperor, Sagacious Tien. You're seen as opposite another noble, Fortunate Puzzle. You're bringing word to the court that the emperor has halted his advance on the horse lords. What else? You're kind of sad, depressed even. There. If you're as professional as the guild said you'd be, that should be enough to work on.
Let's get this
That's
party
the
on the
spirit.
road.
Let's get you into the back and costumed up, Lady 14 Flowers.
Watch closely. We shall see if the informant was accurate.
Imagine condemning the Jade Empire at its heart. The fools.
All of heaven's blessings guide him, but Sagacious Tien has been absent from the palace for such a time. His conquests of the northern kingdoms have kept his light from us. All the scattered kingdoms have seen the light of his rule, and our emperor's advisors grow in number. The arable lands to the south, all the way to the useless jungles, which were left as nothing for the Monkey King, are fused into the mighty Jade Empire. To the east, Sagacious Tien has spread his light to the very waters themselves, and lo, to the west he found enlightenment among the hills of the 6 holy scrolls. But what word from the wastes of the horse lords? Aha! What is this? Why, 'tis Lady 14 Flowers. We can only hope she brings word. My dearest Lady 14 Flowers, under what banner does your entourage travel today?
White banners fly.
Peace in the north? Could this be? Have all the horse lords been subjugated so easily? Heaven smiles upon the Empire today. Your arrival here is certainly welcome, as your kingdom is one of the most recent to join the Jade Empire.
This is the
We've had
Nintendo back in
word
the
that
day.
the hostilities have ceased. Tell me, most
That and
gracious
arenas.
lady, when was this momentous decision reached?
Heaven's Dusk. Yeah, this is Heaven's Dusk slipping in the night.
You phrase that most interestingly, Lady 14 Flowers. Why do I sense there is more to this story?
Hey, Steven.
But surely
Welcome
the
back.
might of the Jade Empire is unquestionable, and our will to victory unswayed. And tell me, most gracious madam, when the final blow was struck, where was our noble leader? Deep in the wastes of the north?
On the edge of a vast plain, ground covered in snow.
Surely you mean the far edge. The horse lord camps broken behind him. There's been nothing but the gentle drafts of spring here in the Imperial City for weeks. With such a chill in the air, was this some time ago?
Winds reaches wide. Weather is not the same in all places. Puzzle. Right, season change from place to place.
My lady, I sense that there is more to your story than I have gleaned. Perhaps my own perceptions blind me.
Woo!
It seems to me that some part of your story remains untold. Do my questions block the truth? Tell me this, if nothing else, good lady.
Apparently.
When the cry for peace rose up, who was it that our great emperor turned to?
Dewdrop's Yin-T's personal food taster. Turned to the heavens themselves. They had already turned to him.
The heavens had turned to him? These words, are they riddles? Wait, what word is this from the front? The Emperor sends word of his return. The horse lords are unconquered, but our forces were undefeatable. What happened to cease the expansion of the Empire, dear lady?
Shooting star traced the border of our lands.
A celestial event, most auspicious. And so, our most noble emperor saw a sign from the heavens. Our mighty armies poised to crush the horse lords and stretch the empire to the ends of the earth. But we stopped. For now,
Yeah.
even I see that there are limits to ambition, and overreaching those limits invites nothing but disaster. All praise the Emperor, for his wisdom is infinite. My lady, you have my deepest thanks for bringing this news to us. I shall inform the court immediately.
Woo!
What in the dragon's eye was that? I saw no treason there. Oh, the informant will suffer for a lifetime.
You there, Lady 14 Flowers. The crowd loved it. Fantastic performance. You managed to hit every line perfectly.
You continue to surprise me. I wouldn't have thought you the aspiring actor.
Our sponsor may not be happy with the version you read, but I've always preferred the old version of the play anyway. I guess Incisive Chorus put you up to this, because I know I gave you the new script to study. Good for him. I believe I owe you an actor's fee. Enjoy. I'm glad you were here to fill in. We would have sunk faster than a bottomless boat without a solid Lady 14 Flowers on hand.
There's so much bloom on his face. No problem. Rather fun, really.
Rather fun. Now I know you're not one of the guild actors. They're never positive about anything. Oh well, no harm done, I'm sure. The performance wouldn't have gone on without you, professional actor or not. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have things I must attend to.
$1,000. We go see him and get like another $1,000 then? More monies, please. Where's the dude? He left. So much for him giving me extra money. I thought maybe he would give me some money too, because, I don't know, he's over here. But that was the exit.
Had your, moment, did you?
You didn't come to watch?
I never attend my own plays. No, much too nerve-wracking. Someone goes for me. She is very kind to do that. I heard how it went. Fantastic! The scholars loved it. One's already asked for a copy of the manuscript. I'm sure there will be more. Perhaps as many as 3.
3.
I promised you this, and you should have it. Yes, that's it. Enjoy, and thank you so much. Oh, so much to do. So many, copies to make. Yes! Ha!
Another $1,000. $1,500. Nice. There is. I mean, I don't know how far. It's kind of hard to tell in terms of like progress, like how close I would be to the end kind of thing. There's a world map thing if we go to the flying thing. I guess the number of mini games is probably the best like mini games I've played versus like how far we are in the game would be like the best measure. But I have to go back to the title screen. I guess I just saved. Do another save just in case. I think we still got a long ways to go. So we got like 4 done. Still a lot left to do. So, yeah, so there's lots of mini games left. So these progress during the game. So, probably not even halfway yet. But, it could be one of those things where you suddenly get like 4 of those in a row, right? Like this area seems like it's relatively big, so. Yeah, definitely is. Bigger than KOTOR. How big were KOTOR games? I don't think. I'm sure this game's probably longer than KOTOR. What did I want to check? I wanted to check something and I can't remember what. Can't remember. I'm ready to rent this game from Blockbuster. Might not be done yet. It's a beefy game. Isn't still a Deus related to Hoshigami? God, I hope not. I mean, like from the intro or from the trailer I saw, it looked okay, like graphically, but who knows how the actual gameplay is? It could be the kind of the level Hoshigami annoyance kind of stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised. So I don't know if we'd ever see a remaster of this game, because I mean it's basically an Xbox exclusive, right? So does Microsoft own part of it? Like if they would remaster it, they would want to bring it out on other consoles, but probably not. So that's probably the main reason why you never saw like a sequel to this and/or remaster. I mean, this is the closest thing to a remaster, this HD version or whatever. So it still looks very good on modern consoles, even the original Xbox version, because it upscales it. They have higher resolution models and textures. So, and of course, 60 FPS, so it runs nice and smooth. Alright, let's finish exploring this area. Physical universe, philosopher's viewpoint. Though scholar Xiao Xing has raised several interesting points in his rebuttal to my treatise on the physical world, his lack of respect for the divine is of as greater concern as lack of understanding of the physical world around him. I agree there are many aspects to our world that cannot be explained by divine influence alone. We learn and continue to thrive at the mercy of the celestial beings, of their guidance and indeed their blessing, and quickly discovered that research and understanding of our physical world alone are not nearly enough for us to strive or survive. Think we got all we're gonna get out of these old Bioware games? Yeah, pretty much. Well, special edition is just some extra content, extra stuff. I got the special edition too, but on the Xbox, like the upscale one, you don't get those special edition parts. I think isn't like the disc has like an extra character, I guess you can play as well as just some extra demos and stuff like that. But yeah, you're probably better to play the GOG version over the Steam version. I hear the Steam version doesn't run too well. While the GOG version is actually designed like, it's patched to run well on like modern systems. Yeah, probably better to go with the GOG version if you're gonna go with one of them.
Hello there, traveler. Forgive my forwardness, but I noticed your arrival earlier while I was at the tavern. That flying machine of yours is truly a marvel. I actually have a design for a new prototype flyer, and I hope to get funding to build it one day. The other scholars aren't interested in my inventions, though.
Can I ask you a few questions?
Me? You want to ask me something? Well, sure, I'd be glad to help you if I can. What would you like to know?
Can you tell me about the sand?
Now, there's a question you don't hear very often. Not too many people like to talk about him. In fact, if I were you, I'd be careful who I ask. I'm not one to believe in superstitious nonsense, but I still wouldn't want to draw his attention. He's very powerful and very dangerous. Some people even suggest that he has gained some control over our honorable emperor. I find it hard to believe, but I suppose it's possible.
Tell me about the Imperial City. Oh, it's not perfect for sure, but at least GOG usually tries to patch games to work on, the current operating systems. Steam is pretty much like, all right, here you go. You might have like fan mods that fix the issue, but Steam's not going to go out of its way to make sure the games run on modern stuff, right?
That's right, you're new here, aren't you? Well, where should I begin? There's so much to tell you. There are several important areas here in the city. Of course, there are also many different services, too. I'm not sure what to tell you first.
Tell me about the city services.
One of the best places in the city is the arena. Just don't tell my masters I said so. If you go to the arena, you'll also see the heart of the Empire Tavern. And of course, there are several shops and merchants with all manner of supplies available. All of that can be found in the market district. Of course. All right then. Goodbye.
Bye. Pause for Shendao.
Koni uk noia kup sa ya sisia su ukot.
Let me ask you a few questions.
Pakeni wa kawane ya. Awuth utko wo kokopia kawa ya elbow.
Tell me about Death's Hand.
Woso awi ani tu uksumpuno. could kosi wiwa ya wo no ya ifo wiya okta wikino.
Grumbling old windbag, shut your mouth and keep it closed. Be going, goodbye.
Yo we a sonse ya wo yo we kon on perfect here.
Greetings and welcome to the Scholar's Garden. I am Philosopher Xiao, one of the many masters you will see here during your visit. I see by your accoutrements that you are not from the Imperial City. I hope your visit here is one of fulfillment and success. As sagacious Tien once said, more valuable than silk are new friends in a foreign land. If you need anything, I will be glad to assist you.
You're too kind, thank you.
As sagacious Tien once said, kind words and respectable attire are seldom a sign of true character. Only deeds reveal the intent of the soul. I am glad to help you in any way I can.
Tell me about the ways of sagacious Tien.
I am honored that you would ask me, though I must warn you, the teachings take a lifetime to learn and cannot be taught in a day.
I got 5
Perhaps
minutes.
I could explain the core principles of Tien's teachings. I could recite the history of Tien if you like.
Sure. Explaining the core
The
principles.
teachings of sagacious Tien are very simple, but the implications are astoundingly complex. At the heart of the teachings are the concepts of harmony and discord. Also referred to as the way of the open palm and the way of the fist, one cannot exist without the other, but neither can they coexist in one person.
What?
Harmony
I got 2 hands.
comes from understanding your place in the world. An ant that believes it is a tiger will never achieve harmony. In other words, accepting your place in the world and using your skills accordingly is the optimal way of following the path of harmony.
Go on.
Discord is the other side of the coin. People who choose the path of discord seek their own advancement over everything else. These people will ignore the world and use whatever means necessary to raise themselves above their station. Sagacious Tien taught both harmony and discord to his students, for one cannot be fully known without the other. However, he himself followed the way of harmony.
I love using Discord. He's talking about Discord as if he's talking about Reddit. Tell me the history of sagacious Tien.
Sagacious Tien was the first emperor of the Jade Empire. He was a philosopher and a leader without compare, unifying the warring factions of his time. His teachings founded this great empire, though there was very little written about Tien himself. We do know that he brought peace to the people of the empire, and since that time, his teachings have guided hundreds of generations of followers. Of course.
Should be going now.
As you wish. With luck, the winds of heaven will bring us together again one day. Farewell.
Bye.
Yes. Well, you can do this. Yes. All right. Yeah, what you could.
This guy's totally talking Simglish.
Yes. Well, you can do this. Yeah, what you could.
Well then.
As amusing as your savage dances are, once again I have proven the superiority of setting your nose to the grindstone and not mucking about. Now bring some refreshments in a proper mug, or I'll take back the coins of my home and country. Don't you heathens know the worth of a proper king's halfpenny?
Generous visitor, if our customs are so displeasing to you, perhaps you should find lodging elsewhere?
Please? And leave you lot to your primitive ways? Tell them what I think of that, Squire Percival.
Sir Roderick Ponce von Fontelbottom, the magnificent
Fontelbottom.
bastard, will do no such thing. He means to educate you all.
Good lad. Found him wading in the mud, planting weeds. You can't keep your crackers crisp doing that. Can't help you if you don't know the horror of a soggy biscuit.
Little John Cleese.
Dignity, and unless one of you has the will to deny that I'm your better, I suggest you start learning. We'll have you in proper trousers by the morrow.
So when he mentions, like, yeah, you're gonna know when you run to John Cleese. Yeah, we ran to John Cleese. So your arrogance is stunning. We're cultured people. 10 hours of programming and ongoing. Joys. It's like Captain Ash of Time Splitters, but orange.
Oh, what's that? Someone stepping to the fore? Let's have a look at you. A woman? My dear. Not sure what topsy cradle you fell from, but in my country a lady knows her place. Unless she's queen. The simple truth is that I have...
Let's hope so, but probably not.
...who has come forward, whether in tests of wit or combat, you faced a champion of king and country. Now, I didn't ask to land here, but if a storm is going to cast my ship into the very heart of such a dark empire, I'll bring the light of knowledge wherever I can. You must hunger for guidance. You're like children. I mean, only a handful of you can even grow a decent moustache. What kind of place is this?
You blind yourself with prejudice. I can prove you wrong.
Can you now? Shall we put that to a test? I welcome the chance that you might impress me with a glimmer of intelligent insight. But I will acknowledge that I am likely to disagree just because I know you are, lacking. We will need educated men to judge the merits of our arguments.
Arguments? What kind of contest are you looking for?
I've gone to great pains to learn your barbaric tongue, only to find that none of you has much to say. Can you convince me otherwise? I've heard a distinct lack of couplets and quatrains, to say nothing of pentameters. Is it any wonder you people live as you do? I charge you with defending the heart of your people. If a group of judges determines that you have adequately done so, I will declare you the winner.
John Cleese in the Bioware game, yep.
Whoever you wish. These 5, standing here. I'm sure there will be a balance of opinion. The test must be fair. Go on, talk to them all to prove I haven't coerced them. We'll begin the debate when you're ready. Then we'll see how you fare in combat. Doubt you'll do very well. Like the rest, you're all just too damn skinny.
I heard you accept the Outlander's challenge. I'm grateful you have seen fit to defend us all. I would be honored to sit in judgment of the debate. Several of my fellow scholars have also volunteered.
Just you'll judge fairly.
To do otherwise would only help the Outlander win in the long run. If he wants a true debate, we will allow it to progress fairly. Of course, I doubt his arguments will have the weight that he expects.
Yeah.
Not here in the heart of the Jade Empire.
What kind of arguments do you favor?
I am ill-equipped to see my own faults, but I, like my fellow scholars, am adept at exploiting the weaknesses of others. Scholars Heng and Zhao are easily swayed with simple facts. Cite such details and they are certain to change their opinion either for or against.
Strategy should I take?
The best course is to appeal to the individual preferences of the judges. We are theoretical thinkers, really. It is not so much the subject, but the tactic that triggers reaction. Each judge will respond only to argument styles they favor. If a judge likes fact, use it once and he will join your side. Use it again and he will switch back just to further debate. Other arguments may not interest him at all.
It's confusing. Get ready for the debate. Goodbye.
I wish you luck. I look forward to your defense of the Empire.
His title mystifies me, except for the magnificent bastard portion. I'm fairly certain I know how he came by that part.
Oh, this is exciting. I've never been asked to jury a debate before, and now I'm the 3rd of your 5 judges. My name is Scholar Zhao.
kind of arguments you favor?
I haven't given it much thought. I pictured myself as balanced, but some of the others are very specific in their tastes. Actually, you can sway scholars Kai and Gu by mocking your opponent. I don't care for it, but they seem to respond quite vigorously. Good luck. This should be an interesting debate.
Like facts and then like mocking the opponent.
Greetings to you. I am Scholar Hang, and I will be serving as the second of 5 judges for the debate. I look forward to honorable discourse. I'm sure the others agree that my tastes are balanced. The minister, however, is easily engaged by sympathetic pleas, as are scholars Zhao and Gu. I find their appreciation of such fawning to be distasteful, but that is one of the arguments they prefer. Good luck against the Outlander. He is a tenacious speaker.
I greet you. My name is Scholar Kai, and I will be the 4th of 5 judges for the debate. I suggest you don't mess it up. I am always impartial, but some of my fellows are easy to goad into decisions if you know their tastes. The minister is particularly fond of confrontational arguments. Respond in a rage and you are sure to engage him. The Outlander uses flawed logic. Don't allow him to taint this forum of culture and intellect.
Ah, so you are the one who will debate the Outlander. I am the 5th of your 5 judges. Are you implying that I am predisposed to be weak in certain areas? I can't accept that. Some of my fellows, however, are another story. Scholars Zhao and Kai are easy to predict. Dismissing a weak argument gets their attention immediately and will spur them one way or another. Yes, makes...
Something about like weak arguments you want to like do, and I don't know. I haven't been writing any of these down, so gonna be like. Plus, obviously, there's the whole thing of like if you do it twice, then they're gonna like turn back, kind of thing. Better just to try this and see how things work.
Ready to set the ponies in motion, are we? Let's declare some rules and get to it. You don't mind if I make this interesting, do you?
What kind of change are you planning?
I just want to make sure that this is more entertaining than simply blathering about whose walls are higher or whose philosophers really know what's what. It will be a simple matter. 5 judges, 6 topics. I'll pose my argument about why your foolish land stumbles like a child, and you try to answer. The judges will raise their arms to indicate whom they favor. Arms up for you, arms down for me. After 6 topics, if you have a majority, you are the winner. By the Queen's corset, if you get them all on your side at any time, I'll declare the match over. Now, shall we proceed?
I shall endeavor to enlighten you.
I will pull no punches, and I expect no mercy on your part. Let's see which of us is truly superior. Well, what shall be my first point of contention? I know, the most basic of concerns for a culture, the currency of its economy. What manner of society would use the silver coin as the basis of trade? Gold is clearly superior, which you admit by using it for important statuary. Your understanding of what determines value is flawed. Your rebuttal?
Scarcity proves gold should be reserved for higher purposes.
Well, you are clearly in the minority, but I can spare no quarter. To the next topic. I call attention to the arrogance of your empire. You simply assume that all lands outside your borders are the domain of barbarians and monsters. How can you truly know they are uncivilized until you've proven it by conquest? Crush them beneath your heel. You sit here thinking while far-off lands yearn for direction, not unlike what I am attempting with you.
Outsiders are uncivilized.
Well, a majority on your side, but the debate is not over yet. Shall I draw attention to your foolish reliance on personal combat? You've got strange dragon powder arms, but you waste them on spectacle and flying chariots. Any decently civilized people would have developed a proper array of personal sidearms by now, like old Mirabelle here.
Coward's trinket. Who would feed it to you?
What? My monocle must be fond. I can't see anyone in my favor.
I guess I win.
Appears they've reached a consensus against you, Sir Roderick.
Clearly these people are incapable of fairly comparing one of their own to an outsider. This is a farce.
It's too easy. Decided the rules. We have acted fairly.
Then perhaps it was my mistake to think you would be open to anything other than your own backwards ideals. Pah! I seek satisfaction. You have bested me in debate, but true honor is decided on the dueling field.
That's where you wish. We'll meet in
The
combat.
entry hall here has walls to be up against, corners to be backed into, and floor enough on which to be down but not out. Whatever your metaphor, I'll beat it. Return to me when you are ready, and we will walk there together, just to ensure that no one gets lost or suffers an accident that would prevent a fair fight. Frankly, I don't know what you people are capable of.
Ready now. Let's begin.
What? Good! Let's get this over with so I can return to schooling the rest of your fellows. I envy you. You're about to experience for the first time the skill that has forged an empire and traveled the world. There will be pain as well, but I imagine it will be almost worth it.
Focus.
Ow.
Longsword.
That was a fine display of skill.
I thought he was dead.
It was a fair fight, Sir Roderick, within the rules you specified.
Yes, old boy, you've got it right. I was really sat down, I believe. Like the fall of the old bridge across the Grand. My humours are in disarray, I tell you. I supposed I should have seen it coming. Your win in the debate was a sure sign. I do believe I have underestimated the lot of you. Regardless, you have beaten me. That's a point of honor I cannot deny.
It was not your day.
Well, there's no other thing for it. Intended or not, you've earned a reward from me. The unsuccessful combatant in a duel must arrange a worthy gift for the victor. I wouldn't be much of an ambassador for my
Right here.
country if I didn't abide by its customs. The
Very
Duchess
British.
of Almsbottom's rules of engagement are quite clear on this matter.
I mean, you can't get much more British than John Cleese. Anything useful? Your weapon, for example? I don't know if I need a gun. Physical strength. Interested in improving my mind. Spiritual matters. What do I need to improve? Most of my body. Visual matters, I guess, would be chi. We use chi the most, probably.
You lot are always on about your spirit. Well, we have a saying. To balance the soul, equalize pressure. I will share knowledge of trepanation. The skull is the soul's
Gun would be good, but no.
drill to set it free. Not too deep, mind you. If there's more on the bore than in the skull, you'll cut your vocabulary in short order. Right, Percival, fluff my travelling trousers. We will darken this garden no more.
Manual of trepanation. I guess spirit is what I wanted. Whatever. Wrong one. No, spirit is what I got. I got 3 spirit. Actually, the thing I have the most. That's mind I wanted. It's focus I'm lacking. Whatever.
A well-fought victory against that outlander buffoon. You showed that he could not best us in battle, mentally or physically. We are all in your debt, but the Ministry of Culture is particularly so. Please take this token sum of silver as payment. You certainly earned it.
Will suffice. It was an honor to defend the Empire.
Your service is appreciated. If only there were more like you in the Empire.
You have secured a great victory for the Empire. The Outlander has to respect us now.
He may not know he is the center of a joke, but that does not decrease my enjoyment.
The contest is over and you performed flawlessly. I am impressed.
As you should be.
A triumph all around. This Outlander cannot ignore how complete your victory was.
Tong Wei.
Awukate yer wo na pa yer uk forti.
You look like one of the scholars.
Akir sonwi ni fayit wo wir waka wir usono ni fayiter ofino. Ike kir ki yer washatiruk.
Makes the stone so sprightly.
Uk nik kup kitro sa irustap kithno uk yo wir kwadner. Sunur no ku wu ifu wir so wir tatasi ni siso ir ka wikawar ir roren. Usa ir sa wi api ir ninu siso ir tiuth.
Yeah, they speak Huttese and Twi'lek. It just definitely seems like they reused some of the voice lines they took for they recorded for KOTOR. Just use them in this game. They're speaking the original tongue or whatever the old tongue, whatever they called it. What are you doing here for your master excavator?
Ike kir ki yer washatiruk. Pir inni tino wir noni apatar wo kawar nif. Nisiso ir akuwu kusuwir wawuso irtana.
I think we're done in this area for now.
Come and learn about the ways of sagacious Tien. Free your body, mind, and spirit.
Alright, what's next? We gotta go to the necropolis. Let's go to the arena first, and back to our ship. Also need to go back to that furnace place there. To get one of these other contraptions done. Oh no, like the voice clips are definitely like strewn together. Like they didn't have voice actors like do multiple lines of dialogue. There's clearly some reused ones. Like it sounds like it sounds like it's different voice actors each time, but you do get, especially if you're talking to them like through multiple lines of dialogue, you definitely hear some dialogue that's like reused over and over. And the dialogue in general is a lot shorter than the English counterpart. The English counterpart would take like twice as long to speak than, you know, the gibberish language. But I wouldn't be surprised if they just reuse some of the dialogue they recorded for KOTOR, because a lot of it sounds very similar to like or is identical to stuff like Twi'lek. Especially Twi'lek. You get a lot of Twi'lekese ones.
You there, Sky. I see you skulking around like a ghost. Where have you been?
I've been out spying on the Lotus Assassins. We're trying to draw their attention, and I wanted to see if it was working. I'm happy to report our bait has snagged a fish. The Inquisitors have taken notice of us. In fact, one of their representatives is on his way here now.
You were spying on an Inquisitor and he didn't notice you? Impossible. What's really going on, Sky? Where were you?
Relax, Sky told us where he was.
The Inquisitors are masters of espionage and intrigue, Sky. They would have seen you tailing them. They would have seen you and killed you.
You underestimate me. I can be quite invisible when necessary. I followed the Inquisitor for some time without him being aware of my presence. Then I slipped away and rushed on ahead to warn you he was coming. I didn't want him to catch us in the middle of anything incriminating, like this argument.
Right, just drop it.
Irkana, o nikasuri kwana no kasa iriro. Niato o nanapati irovir, kuni oknawata ir. Okirwir, no fantayana okona ni pinatoa.
Should be part of the true power behind the throne.
No will na no ba irsu. Isana yoyo, konir fuk no sankud na no wana napir. Irkana, o nikasuri kwana no kasa iriro. Sata tawe ir, wo nawa fu kuno su kutnia awafawa ir sutok.
What is it you want me to do?
Wowo sun pununok, yapapap nasia uir sair uth. Usair kokonato, tanatir, katanano, shafatoyo, kokonato sir ipanoneniko. Niato nanapati irovir, kuni uknawata ir.
So what's changed?
No will na no ba irsu, isana yoyo. Konir fuk no sankud na no wana napir. Sata tawe ir, wo nawa fuk kuno su kutnia awafawa ir sutok. Wuno will na no ba irsu. Isana yoyo, konir fuk no sankud na no wana napir.
When we killed Judge Fang.
Uno ir wo fupso wesa wushin. Wokewasa ir susu kowoyo ni uksa irsawa. Ipanar nuko iwa ir nikasanarir iruro ni nuasa irkana. Wuno will na no ba irsu. Isana yoyo konir fuk no sankud na no wana napir. Ikirnik tine piru wo iferek uksun puno. Usair kokonato tanatnia. Katanano, shafatoyo, kokonato sir ipanoneniko.
Will not fail you.
Niato nanapati irovir, kuni uknawata ir. Usair kokonato, tanatnia, katanano, Shafatoyo, Kokonato Siri Panonenico.
You know, far be it from me to presume, but I have an idea of how we might be able to solve this problem.
What's your plan?
My glorious wife's third cousin is a minor official in the Ministry of Harmony. I know a little something of the way Judge Fang conducts his business. All of Fang's ministers bring him an honor gift when they go to see him, an offering given as a sign of respect, a bribe, some might call it. If we replace Shang's honor gift with something insulting, rare turtle eggs, for example, Fang would be so outraged he'd refuse to even listen to Shang's report.
Turtle eggs? Are you serious?
It's true. A gift of turtle eggs would be as insulting as a box of manure. Even more so because they are so difficult to track down, whereas manure is somewhat common. I admit there are still some details yet to be worked out, but acquiring the eggs is easy. I have some here that you can simply have.
What do you have, turtle eggs?
Turtle eggs? Here? After just saying they are very rare?
Well, I was saving them for my coming anniversary. You buy early if you want them to be ripe. It doesn't really matter, does it? There are more daunting problems to consider. For example, how will you sneak past Sheng's guards to make the switch?
We should just kill Sheng. Nice and simple. Kill his guards, too.
Oh, yes. And while we're at it, we could kill Fang and his guards, too. Unleash rivers of blood in the streets, all in the service of the Lotus Assassins.
Now that is how you interrupt the bureaucratic process. I'm all for it.
I think Zoo is being sarcastic.
I am no coward, but there is already more blood on my hands than I can ever wash clean.
You know this. I have no plan for you, no easy answer. But working with the Lotus Assassins is a bad idea. No good can ever come of it.
We really don't have any choice, Zoo. It's the only way we'll ever rescue Master Li. I don't like the idea of causing trouble for Shang. Maybe we should investigate Fang in the arena first. We might be able to stop him from getting that report without hurting Shang. Or anyone else.
Maybe you're right, Dawnstar. I just hope that in the end we don't sacrifice everything for the sake of one man, even if he is your beloved Master Li.
It's up to you how we handle this, but remember that the Inquisitors aren't just thugs, they're more subtle.
King's like, alright. It's a bunch of turtle eggs.
What do you want? Okay.
Yes, yes, what can I do for you? Yes, yes. Sir.
Alright. Throw in some nickeled iron. Alright, what did we need? It was electric current, chimney smoke, into a mechanized cauldron or mechanical cauldron. Oh, this be considered a cauldron. I haven't seen that in action yet. I know this one here is the electrical thing, conductor. So the chimney smoke stuff here. There's the cranking cauldron. Alright, there you go. So this. It's supposed to be cauldron, but whatever. Oh yeah, was it dragon or tiger? Tiger. Calm as the morning breeze.
There's just something about this place. I can almost feel it. It's on the tip of my brain. And then it's gone. I just wish something would help prod my memory.
Dang, something just appeared behind you.
Huh? What? Well now, what have we here? Well, isn't that just a golden carp full of luck? Let's see here. It's a wind map. Very sloppy ink, like it was crafted in a hurry, but I can decipher it. It would seem that someone wants to reward proper use of the furnace.
Where does it lead?
Through some wind, like any other of its kind. Really, I think you'd have grasped the concept by... Oh, you mean specifically? Like the previous map, there is really only one way to know for certain where it leads, and that is to get in the flyer and go there. We will have to leave the furnace before we can fly out, however. A little matter of needing the flyer. Just tell me when you want to leave. All right, all right. Have a look around, or whatever it is you do. Come and find me when you want to go back.
+5 mind. Like we need more mind. Oh, actually, mind we do need. That was spirit. Keep mixing spirit and mind up.
Yes, I appreciate the attention, but you have things to do. You've made arrangements to gain the trust of the Lotus Assassins, but haven't followed through.
I'm working on it.
The Inquisitor has a task for you to prove your worth. Get to it and show him why you should be recruited. You could also seek out the Executioner in the arena. He would be interested in your skill as a combatant.
Part mushroom. Yeah.
Your progress is admirable, but don't become too close to the Lotus Assassins. Their power is seductive. That is how Death's Hand gained influence over my father.
That annoys you, I can see. Tell me about it.
After the disappearance of my uncle, Sun Qin, the Hand of Heaven, the Imperial Order of the Lotus Monks was directionless. Instead of taking on that role himself, my father gave it to an advisor, Death's Hand. I was only a baby at the time.
Why didn't your father take the role for himself?
He did not have enough time. The burden of state is heavy, and he is not a well man. Death's Hand takes advantage of this. Regardless, the Lotus Monks were placed in the care of Death's Hand, a duty reserved for royalty. It was almost as if my father took Death's Hand into our family, my family. We have been caretakers of the Empire for generations. We have created a bastion of culture in an otherwise uncivilized world. Death's Hand threatens all of this. It is my duty to see that the natural order is preserved.
That's your duty, but what about who you are? Tell me about yourself.
About me? But why? I mean, if you were a man, I could understand how there might be some interest, but... Never mind. Is this about the mission?
Are men the only ones with interests? Tell me about yourself.
Oh, well, I suppose I could answer a few questions. Although I'm sure more than enough has been said about me by the peasants or others, I am quite used to defending myself from all quarters.
Would they say that she's a hellion? She flies in the face of tradition. Or do they say she has an iron will and a heart of ice? She would do anything for those in need?
I've never seen myself as particularly generous, but it would not be so bad to be remembered in that way. The gratitude of the peasants is important to any ruler. They, even unknowingly, have the power to see the Empire rise or fall. The love of the people is powerful. I hope, however, that I am not just seen as a giver of charity. Anyone can throw money at the downtrodden. I try to accomplish more than that.
Sure, they say the princess is the authority to command, yet the wisdom to listen to advice. Princess brooks no challenge and tolerates no incompetence. I'm sure they cannot stop talking about the beauty of this princess. Yeah, let's just keep hitting on her.
You presume a great deal. Can you really have seen this in such a short time? Those are qualities I would like to say I have, but I am not certain that I do. I have little time for listening when I seem to be fighting the very system of which I am a part.
Don't worry, I'll keep you grounded.
You? Well, you might. I don't know what the future will bring for us. Do you think yourself worthy of reminding me of what is important? To keep me humble? My father will take a dim view of that.
This game's a lot of Metal Gear Solid voice actors. Well, I mean, it has professional voice actors, which at the time, I mean, were probably the ones you would have had in multiple games. So it's not surprising, I guess. I'll be wherever you wish me to be.
You're very unlike the women of the court I grew up with. I have long tried to separate myself from them. As you can tell from my unconventional choice of traveling companions, I think we are very similar, you and I. You are interesting. We will continue this another time. I find myself at a loss for words. Very few people have had such an effect. Yes, you are interesting.
Goodbye.
I wish you luck. Once you have gained the trust of the Lotus Assassins, we will plan how to proceed.
And together, yeah. Well, considering this one has so much voice acting, they probably, and of course, you know, they, at this point, they had like KOTOR money and Microsoft money. They probably threw a lot of money at the voice acting. Alright, we can't do anything until we get another sulfuric vial for that other one I need to do.
A most intriguing place. If we make it back to the real world, speak with me again and we can head off on that little wind map adventure. Did I say if we make it back? Ha, yes, I did.
And we're dead. I thought it was like loading and then loading. Let's see, go back in. Like, why does it load twice?
Well, it looks like your contact with the Lotus Assassins will be bad for your reputation, but good for our goal.
I can't agree with this. You don't know what you're getting into. You don't know the danger they represent.
Really? What did you see while hiding in your swamp? I've observed Death's Hand for years, both in the palace and elsewhere.
You could have 4 faces and a different name and wardrobe for each, and you still wouldn't understand. Death's Hand is not what he seems.
Then what, pray tell, is he?
I don't know. But his power does not come from study or skill. He is something darker, and we should not be trying to enter his lair.
It sounds like Sagacious Zoo wants to go back into hiding. Or perhaps the nursery? Pay no attention, not everyone is as weak as he is.
Alignment dilemma. Well, Sagacious Zoo is definitely more close fist, I guess. Sagacious Zoo will do what I say when time comes.
You don't know what they are capable of.
The matter is settled. Go sulk in the corner like you're accustomed to doing.
This is not helping anything.
Broly.
Are we any closer to getting to the Lotus Assassins so this accursed woman will help us find Master Li?
Oh, she spits fire at last. Now I see how the child left her little village. She has some spirit in her after all. And surprisingly, she's right. You've made contact with the Lotus Assassins, but haven't shown them why they need to fully accept you. The Inquisitor has a task for you to prove your worth. Get to it and show him why you should be recruited. You could also seek out the Executioner in the arena. He would be interested in your skill as a combatant. I'm not sure we have the time. There are too many important matters at stake. We need to make progress before I will feel comfortable spending more time on idle chatter. I wish you luck. Once you have gained the trust of the Lotus Assassins, we will plan how to proceed.
I trust your plans go well, despite the dangers you face and inflict. Is there something I can do for you? Goodbye.
Well, it looks like your contact with the Lotus You could also seek out... I wish...
Even talk to her. I'm like moving towards these guys and it's like suddenly she just chimes in.
Yes? What do you need? I'd like to get that business with Minister Shang out of the way.
She worries about the poor minister, a man she would despise in any other circumstance.
Very well, but we should get that business with Minister Shang out of the way.
Yes? How can this humble bunmaster assist you today? Not now. Memories of my wife are difficult to bear. As
Always happy to help. What do you need? Dawnstar has been telling me about Two Rivers, the Swamp, and Gao the Lesser. I was sorry to hear about your town. You're a woman with a knack for finding trouble.
You went facing down 3 pirates alone not long ago.
I didn't say it was a bad thing. We're kindred spirits, you and I. There's something I've been meaning to ask you. Why? Seriously, why are you doing this? Details aside, you're fighting the Empire as a whole when you oppose the Lotus Assassins, Death's Hand, or the Emperor's will. I know all about your village and your master, and that explains some of it. What it doesn't explain is your drive, your strength. What gives you that?
Because that's the only direction I can go in this video game. You are suffering. I'm going to find out why and fix it.
I wonder if fate cast this burden upon you, or if you rose up on your own to shoulder it. History will probably decide. I know you're going to follow Silk Fox's plans to find a way into the Assassin's Den. It won't be easy, but I'm confident we'll succeed. It's what happens after you find a way in that has me worried.
Worried about me? That's sweet of you.
What can I say? You're a source of constant excitement in my life. I'd hate to lose that.
What kind of excitement are we talking about?
All kinds. Trust me. Let's not get too far off topic, though. This is important.
I can look after myself. I've dealt with the assassins before.
I know, but never in their lair. Never in that place. I knew men and women who were drawn to the Lotus Assassins. They went into that place to prove themselves, as you intend to. And the few who made it back out were different.
Different how?
They acted like they didn't know us, or just didn't care if we lived or died. It's hard to say if there's even a difference to the Lotus Assassins. I know you'll be fine. The Assassins will be lucky if you don't bring the place down around their ears. Just be sure not to tip your hand before you're ready. That's all in the future, though. We should keep at what we're doing. There's a lot left to tackle before we're done. Of course. I'll be here if you need anything.
What? What do you want?
Let's talk about your time in the Imperial Arena.
No, I don't think so. I've told you to watch your back, and that's all you need to hear for now. If anything needs to be done beyond that, I'll do it.
Would need to be done.
I don't know. Hopefully nothing, but I'm keeping my eyes open. You just carry on and know that the Black Whirlwind's got your back. Not literally, of course. I respect you too much to go grabbing anything posterior.
Keeping something from me I need to know now.
I'm not keeping anything too important. Like I said, if it gets important, I'll do something about it.
Yeah, let's move on to something else.
Good idea. You've got bigger things to worry about than me anyway. Not much bigger, mind you. Whatever.
Yes.
What about Lord Lau's furnace in your latest wind map?
I'm waiting for you to follow the map we found after using the furnace. I'm sure it will jog my memory and maybe result in a few trinkets for you. Who knows?
Let's go.
I'm looking forward to this. Remembering things long forgotten is like getting to open a gift twice. treasures are hidden in this vault. Interesting.
What did that weapon thing have to be off screen?
There is a lot at stake here.
Ugh, really, it's really annoying that you don't get the auto fire until you get the first upgrade. Actually, you don't even get an auto fire with the second upgrade. Like, you need to get like.
I see things so clearly now.
You, like, mash the button like crazy. It's so freaking annoying. My finger's hurting.
Interesting. No actual destination, but my memory is plotted again. Good job.
Like, the one upgrade was like the one that was off screen. I couldn't pick it up because it was like too far off the side. Mirage.
Well, another exciting adventure. No new devices to build, but I have more than just memories to show for it this time. Exotic fuel for the furnace.
The thing that's even more annoying is, so the first upgrade gives you like the double attack, but also gives you like auto attack if you hold down the button. And then the second upgrade gives you the three-way shot, then you're back to like having to mash the button, which is like, why? why is the auto attack, like, why will they give you always auto attack? That's stupid. And to mash the button on a shmup is the worst thing. If it had, like, you know, some shmups have a thing where, like, if you hold down the button, you charge up your attack kind of thing, so those ones kind of make sense. There's no auto attack directly. But when that's not a thing, there should always be auto attack if you hold down the button. Where'd you get that? We didn't land.
I hung a net out. Wait, I have nets? Yes, I do. I have a lot of things. Oh, good thing, too. We can use this stuff. With the proper configurations, these new elements can produce spectacular effects. Ha! You should be glad.
Must be more to it. Can't just be there for me to play with.
I see what you mean. It does seem to be a rather complicated number of hoops to go through just for some shiny baubles, even if baubles are always nice to have. Perhaps more will be revealed with further operation of the furnace, like how the map for the last trip appeared. There must be some plan in place. Lord Lao wouldn't leave such a thing unattended for no reason, much as I would never leave the marvelous dragonfly at the side of the road.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, turbo modes are a pretty common thing in emulators.
Off you go. I'll start planning some redesigns for the dragonfly. Maybe floats made of air bladders. Sheepskin, of course.
Of course. Oh, good. It's got sulfurous water. We can go back and get that other one then. We need that for the other configuration. This one here. Hog's World, the graceful dances, but they grow tired unless they drink of water infused with sulfur. So we got Cauldron. Yeah, so we got Tiger, Cauldron, and Cogs.
Yes.
I think the first time I've actually used the cogs. I don't think I've seen that animation yet. Fancy. It's a tiger or dragon? Already forgot. Tiger. Love how it's called configuration of the dragon, where you're using the tiger. Mountain within. +5 body. I'll take it. That should actually balance everything out. Close. Spirit's still higher, but it's weird that even though Spirit is like 45 and Mind is at 40, they're basically identical in terms of like the amount of points that they're giving me. Maybe because I have a whole bunch of like plus focus things potentially. Yeah, +7 focus. Yeah, so I got a lot of things that give me bonus focus. And I have some stuff that's like minus chi, so that's why they kind of balance it out. They've got an extra 3 points or 5 points of spirit. Alright. We're done all the ones we have access to right now.
Very well.
They did mention there should be one in Necropolis.
This
I think I talked to this guy.
happening. My business is finished. I'm finished. What? Oh, you're the one with the flyer, aren't you? Forgive my impertinence, but do you own that flyer, perhaps?
Yes, I own it. What do you want to know?
I am Hingu, a mechanic and a businessman. I supply upgrades to people fortunate enough to have flyers. However, I've had some trouble attaining parts of late. My previous associate went on a trip to retrieve valuable parts and never returned.
And now you want me to help you, I suppose.
I need someone brave, someone who is a capable pilot. The missions I have are dangerous, but the rewards are worth it.
Done.
I will pay you good silver, and I can sell you parts for your flyer to make it better.
What? Make it better? This is the finest ship of its kind. I should know. I made it. You're just a fix-it man. What would you know about ships?
I have been working on flyers since they first started appearing in the Empire. I take these rickety contraptions and make them into something amazing.
Rickety? There has never been a flyer more solid than the marvelous dragonfly. Rickety? Your wits are the only thing rickety around here.
It is a little rickety, actually.
What? The marvelous dragonfly is... Why do I bother? You obviously have no grasp of such things.
I have some supplies in the North Provinces that I need to pick up immediately. We've had trouble with bandits up there, so it might be tricky. If you could bring me those supplies, I'd have the parts necessary to upgrade your flyer. What do you say?
Got a deal.
Very good. Here's your wind map. It'll show you where to go. I'll also pay extra if you get rid of those bandits plaguing the area.
Short time flyer is invisible to your enemies. So I get to choose 3 upgrades. Oh, well, we actually start with the good attack right off the bat. It's handy.
Okay, another impact and we start losing pieces. Abandon the fight.
There's a lot of dudes. I wanted to give you the strong thing right off the bat. You need it. grabbing that thing. Triple attack is bad. Crap. God damn it. Why'd I have to pick that up? I gotta mash. The worst upgrade. Finger getting tired. I got. Mixing up the raid. Welcome, raiders. Welcome to Shmups. How's it going, Herc? How was Fallout? Welcome, everybody. What? I didn't even notice. Where did I even get there?
You have returned, and in one piece, I see. Not bad. You brought back the supplies, and you took out a few bandits on your way. You can have a little bit extra for that. There were some great flyer parts among those supplies. Would you like to have a look at them? Or if you'd prefer, I could tell you about another mission I have for you.
Yeah, so what do we get flyer part-wise? Do we just get, like, upgrades?
Yes, of course. I have some very interesting items now.
Probably need another one of these. A tremor. Uses a powerful shockwave that does moderate damage to all nearby enemy ships. I don't think I need more upgrades. Oops.
So, would you like to hear about the mission I have for you? Or did you want to have a look at the flyer parts again?
So this guy is probably gonna give us a lot of these maps that I was looking at the mini games like, man, we still have so many maps to unlock. This is where you unlock them, I guess. I want to do the next mission.
I am most pleased. The prefect of Shangdang County will be glad to hear he has an escort. His ships have taken a heavy toll lately. There are many raiders between here and the prefect's home, and his ship is intended more for luxury and less for war. Get the prefect home safely, and I will reward you well. The prefect has also told me to offer you extra silver for destroying as many of the raiders as you can.
Extra silver.
The prefect is anxious to be going. Here's your wind map, and remember, protect the prefect's flyer at all costs.
Six, they never released like a Fallout 1 and 2 combination for the consoles. Be nice to play those again. I mean, I played those on PC way back in the day. Those games on the PS3. Yeah, I think all the Fallout ones, I haven't put them in as, like, I haven't replaced them as the Xbox versions, but I'll be playing the Xbox versions on the Series X. They'll probably run better. They're definitely going to run better. Yeah, I enjoyed Fallout 1 and 2 way back in the day. I don't remember much about them. They're definitely quite different. It's nice that they give you at least the prefect ship will try to stay on course at all times. Protect it. Great. Escort mission. That the prefect ship. Oh, God damn it. Where did that one have to have an upgrade? Ugh. Worst fucking upgrade. If I picked up another upgrade, it would bring me back to the 2. finger getting tired. We done? That was annoying. Hey Matt, how's it going? I know, right? Just hit it a few times, it's gone.
Excellent work. The prefect is happy to be home,
Yeah.
safe, no doubt. I see you were able to dispatch a few of the raiders on your way. I'll top up your payment a little for that.
I assume you get more money if we, like,
Or could I interest you in
we
doing
kill
another
all the
mission?
raiders, probably get some good upgrades. Or some good money.
I have some very interesting items now.
I don't even notice how much money he gives us. Reverse tides. Cause all of your enemies to slow down for a brief period. I don't want to buy any of these until I need to buy a weapon upgrade for one thing. It's 10,000 bucks for that. Which, if I start selling some of this stuff, I'm probably close. A bunch of these. 5,000 bucks for this one? Wow. I mean, we'll ever need like 10 extra mind for the loss of those other things. 6,000 bucks for this one. Well, we have our 10,000 bucks now. Finished Final Fantasy VII Remake a few days ago. Nice. Oh, the Yuffie one. We get 1,500 bucks.
So, would you like to hear about the mission?
Next mission.
I have received word that my associate is alive, if not well. He was shot down by Imperial flyers while retrieving some sensitive information. Fly to the destination on the wind map and destroy anyone who attacks you. Drop off these parts so my associate can repair his ship.
Not gonna be fun.
The area you will be flying into is private land, and by right, only the Emperor's servants are allowed entrance. But there is a truth there that must be uncovered.
R.I.P. economy.
These Imperial flyers are extremely dangerous. Good luck.
Why doesn't it save our selections? It saves the first two, just doesn't save the last one. Did I use anything other than Cloudburst? I love when like enemies run right into me and then they force me to pick up an upgrade. Pretty good. That's when you pick up an upgrade the second time. Yeah, it's like again, it wouldn't be so bad if it didn't just turn off auto attack every time. It's so stupid. It's like you don't really need to auto attack, right?
You
right.
Chang, my associate, is on his way back. Here, I owe you this and more. I regret I have no more missions for you, but I'm always here if you require upgrades for your flyer. Thank you again. Yes, of course.
Firestorm. Dragon's Wrath. Powerful weapon releases a blast that destroys all nearby enemy ships. Assuming it's similar to the Cloud Burst, but stronger. Amount of damage over time. Dragon's Wrath. Go buy that sword upgrade. Really hope the sword upgrade like transfers, like my skill points transfers to the new sword. I'm assuming it would. Or else, like, why would you ever buy it? It's already had like 125% damage, I think, with my sword. So 25% damage isn't going to be anything.
Hello.
Dragon Sword. So buy this. Yeah. Figured it would, but it's good to know. We are.
Don't worry, Sung Tao. I'm doing everything I can to prove you're innocent.
I'd love to speak with you, but Prefect Jitong gets very edgy when people question his suspects. He's looking for some dedicated citizen to help him in his investigations. If you could clear this mess up, I'd certainly be grateful.
Good day, miss. Are you the new investigator I sent for? No, I can tell from your attire that you're not from the Ministry. Oh, this is terrible. Everyone I send for disappears. There are powers at work here that are beyond my means to control.
Who are you?
I am Prefect Jitong. It is my duty to ensure that convicted criminals in the city are sentenced appropriately. But there are complications with my current trial. I have in my custody a suspected slave trader, Chandler Ling. But one of the high-ranking ministers is trying to get him released, and he wants me to convict another man.
What?
The man they want to accuse, Scholar Sun Tao, is a friend of mine, and I'm certain of his innocence. I need you to find proof so I can present it to the Minister of Justice.
I'll do it. I can't stand seeing innocent man accused.
Really? You will help me? Thank you. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much, Everjohn.
I need to find proof that Ling is the guilty one, and by so doing, exonerate Sung Tao. If I can't prove Ling's guilt, I'll be forced to sentence Sung Tao to death. But every time I ask someone to discover the truth, they disappear or turn up dead. Our best lead is Zibao, the last person known to have spoken with Ling before his arrest. But Bao knows me and my men. He won't talk to us.
It's a glorious name. I want to know more about Scholar Sung Tao.
I've known Scholar Sung Tao for several years. His uncle and my father were good friends. I only wish I knew why the governor wants him accused of this crime. If you want to know more about Sung Tao, you should speak with him yourself.
Tell me about Chandler Ling.
Chandler Ling is a well-respected businessman and merchant here in the city. Until recently, I had no reason to suspect him of any wrongdoing. When I investigated Ling's shop, I found a valuable knife that I had purposely entrusted to one of my men, a man who has since disappeared. Chandler Ling had a knife belonging to a man whose body couldn't be found. That was all the evidence I required.
What's Zibao's connection to Chandler Ling?
I have no idea. The two men were seen together before we arrested Ling, but I have no other information about Zibao. He spends most of his time in the heart of the Empire Tavern, and he doesn't seem to have dealings with anyone else besides Chandler Ling. I know if I went to speak with him, I would get nowhere, but you could speak to him without raising suspicion.
Tell me about the slave traders.
I wish there was something concrete I could tell you. They're like a whisper on the wind or a shifting shadow. You think you see something, and then there's nothing. Whoever is behind the slavers must have a great deal of power. To remain that invisible is a hard thing to do.
I'll find Zibao then.
Good. Look for him in the heart of the Empire Tavern. It's upstairs at the Imperial Arena. Don't scare him away. If we lose him, we lose our last connection to Ling.
Do we have time to deal with this? I didn't agree to join you so we could solve everyone else's
Shut up, you.
problem.
Stupid princess. Wants us to do her stuff. You gotta go to the arena anyways. Do some more fights.
There are rumors flitting about the city that you seek the attentions of the executioners. These rumors come from the palace itself, leaving me intrigued. You are a novice with no standing in the arena. What makes you think you are of any interest to me?
I'm the most skilled fighter here.
Then show it with your skills, not your mouth. Anyone can talk about their victories. I need people who let actions speak for them. If you were to knock Iron Soldier from his perch as Silver Division champion, I would be impressed. I will be here if you wish to petition me further, but I don't acknowledge anything less than the best. Return when you are worthy, and no sooner.
Zibao.
What do you want? Do I know you?
It's who I know that matters.
Really? I doubt you know anyone who would interest me in the least. I'm a little busy right now. I've got a bowl of wine that needs drinking, so why don't you just find someone else to bother?
You take me to the slave traders.
What slave traders would that be? I've never heard of anybody trading slaves around here.
Link told me you take me to the slave traders.
Who? I don't know anybody by that name, and I don't know anything about slave traders. Leave me alone. I have nothing to say to you, so why don't you just keep moving?
Here's my intuition option. Well, 1,000 silver is a lot of money, Zibao.
Yes, that is. More than I'd see in a month. I might be able to take you there. You'll have to pay me now, and I'm not promising you won't get killed once we get there.
Guess we don't have a choice. That's fine, let's go.
It's your life, friend. No refunds either. Follow me.
Do I even have $1,000? Did I just spend all my money?
Zibao, what is the meaning of this? Summoning me to this place was bad enough. You know I can't stand the stench of these beasts. I've already dealt with the last shipment of slaves, and with that damned prefect poking into our affairs, we have to be extra cautious. Now, there's an unknown quantity in this little meeting. Just who are you?
I'm interested in your little business arrangement.
In the slave market, are you? Funny how I find that a bit suspicious, especially given that we've had run-ins with several of Prefect Jitong's investigators. Zibao was a fool to bring anyone here. We can't afford anyone nosing into our affairs right now, and you've heard too much. Get her, boys, but don't kill her. We'll get quite a bit of silver for this one.
Longsword! Focus!
This has gone far enough. You're far better than the last dog who dared cross us. Maybe I was hasty in my decision to attack you. I have an eye for raw talent. That helps when picking slaves. But
Yeah, your eye seems to be a little broken there.
Potential allies. Who are you, and why are you here? You're clearly too skilled to be one of the fools hired by Prefect Jitong. So what business or grudge do you have with us?
Deng asked me to help him free Sung Tao and led me to you.
You are with Jitong. Unless he was dipped in silver recently, there's no way he could afford a warrior of your skill. Not on government pay. You're better than that. You've just shown me your strength. Any poor wretch who had the discipline to fight like you wouldn't let themselves be enslaved. Someone like you deserves to work with me, not oppose me. I have a friend who could use your help, and I'm prepared to pay for it.
You done talking of a slaver to kill.
If only I had a silver coin for every time I've heard that. Come then, let's end it.
Longsword!
XCOM. Slaver documents. Feels like Mass Effect, though, yeah. Oh, it's like a... It's more of a... It's not like a typical XCOM game. Is that the weird one that was like first person or something? No? Different than the game I'm thinking about then? Several pages detailing the actions of the transactions of slaver trades in the Imperial City. These documents clearly indicate that Chandler Ling is involved with the slave traders. Oh, we're in the bottom of the arena. I was wondering what was the point of this area here? I guess this is the point of it. '60s. Balanced.
I want to hear that you're ready for your next fight. What do you need?
I think most are working this in Mass Effect. Well, it shows you they have range, at least. They're not a one-trick pony.
Now that you have qualified for the Bronze Division, your challenges will be more difficult, but you'll earn greater rewards. I want the very abacuses of heaven to rattle with the raging dragon, so I've prepared something memorable. The guards rounded up a group of subhuman things around the great southern forest. We're going to release them into the ring in groups for you. Are you ready to get started?
Let's do this.
Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
Yeah, exactly.
Monsters crave the flesh of man.
Paralyzing paw. Legendary strike. Longsword.
That was a good start to the Bronze Division. Those beasts are far stronger than they look.
Tell me about next fight.
Next, you're going to step into what we call the Pit of Pain. It's
Pit
not
of Pain.
the original name, I'll admit.
Little
That's
pee-pee.
500 years of tradition for you.
Yeah, sword is very strong.
Set up with ancient magical devices. They will attempt to fry you to a crisp, much to the crowd's delight.
Of course, when you run into ghosts, it's useless.
Stay on
So
your feet for the course of the match while they fling deadly projectiles your way. I'd suggest dodging, but that's just me.
hopefully they're not heat-seeking.
Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
The pit of
Oh, for sure.
pain.
Yeah.
Only the quick survive its fiery embrace.
Oh god. Jumped into that one. Oh god, so many things. Oh god, oh god, oh god.
Fantastic! A test of speed passed with exceptional celery. Now I've...
Your sudden and polite silences are always appreciated, Kui. I have a message for Raging Dragon. Kylon the Serpent has, as promised, been watching you intently. You have impressed him so far, and he is interested to see how you fare in your next match. The Serpent foresees your victory in the next match, and he has backed his prediction with silver. He sincerely hopes that his faith in your skills was not misplaced.
Right, time to fail.
That is all. If you will excuse me, I have some people who need to be spoken to.
Ah, well, I'm certain that won't be a problem for you. Did you have a question for me?
Tell me about my next fight.
Ah, yes, your next fight. There's been a bit of a change in plans. Not that it will affect you too much, of course. It's all part of the traditions of the arena, you see. I have word that you're going to be facing a fighter specially chosen from the guild, you see. As soon as you're ready, you'll be facing him instead of a normal match.
Who did you originally see as my opponent?
I was was originally thinking that you'd done well enough to face Crimson Kana for the Browns Division Championship. Things change when the guild's involved, though.
Will the guild have any say in who I face?
The guild's the organization that controls the betting here. That's not all, though. Kailan the Serpent has a lot of influence here as well. I have to bow to certain pressures. I don't like it that much, but smart men don't voice that opinion too loudly. Not around here.
Can you not have their man face someone else?
No, I can't, actually. The Serpent, who's the guild's chief agent in this place, has specifically requested you.
Very well. I'll deal with this guild thug.
I'm certain it will be a small thing. Best to just finish it now. Are you ready to get started? Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
Yeah.
Many of you are asking yourselves why the Serpent would return to the ring. Am I
Serpent.
not retired?
It's Lan.
Yes. Does that mean I do not care about your entertainment? No! You've all seen the fury and the intense focus of Raging Dragon in the ring. Now,
It is.
it's time to put these abilities to the test. And so, the Serpent gives you a real spectacle. Have your silver handy to place your wagers. I give you evil and terror incarnate.
So do I get to fight a Rancor? Not much of a Rancor, but...
Focus. Paralyzing call.
That was tough. I think I'm overpowered.
That was an exceptional fight. I haven't seen demons in the ring before.
Let's prove my skill to you.
No one questions your skills. That is why you were allowed to fight that beast. I'm convinced that you deserve a shot at Crimson Kana. Your victory has sealed the deal. That reminds me, I was asked to instruct you to talk with Lucky Cho before your next match.
What do you want to talk about?
He didn't say, and when I asked, he gave me that glare of his. Go, speak with him now. The sooner you do, the sooner I can return you to the ring.
They do.
From what I know of them, the guild doesn't usually conduct business this openly, or in such elegance.
Happy Endings, the courtesan. That's a very accurate name, I guess.
I don't know you, but you're in here, so I know you're not common street trash. I hope for your sake that you have enough silver to warrant my time.
I have enough to keep your interest.
You've got style, girl. You're just fine in my book, as long as your purse is full. Sweet Poison Lin's my name, and I trade in rarities of a magical nature. I guarantee I have something you need.
Show me what we have to sell.
Magical enhancements and knowledge. Have a look at my wares and see for yourself.
+4 body. 1,000 cut style. 1,300 bucks. Has a numerous light strikes in quick succession. Yeah, won't be able to afford that anytime soon. Sweet poison? Yeah. Sure, those wares are perfectly legitimate.
Aren't you a sight? I am Happy Endings' famed courtesan, and it is a pleasure to greet you. I really shouldn't talk long, however. I'm under an exclusive agreement with the proprietor of this place, and he gets such wild fancies. Better not to pique his interest by talking to a lovely lady such as yourself.
Happy endings, all right.
You have no reason to be here. Go on.
A little harder to get a happy ending, though.
Before you face Kana, I'd like to present you with a mutually beneficial arrangement.
Who else is benefiting from this arrangement?
Fortunately for you, my employer, Kailan the Serpent, has a vested interest in your success against Kana. This is Sweet Poison Lin, a master of the Toxican arts. Lin, this is Raging Dragon, the fighter we discussed.
Your introductions are unnecessary, Cho. I know this one personally. I trust you'll consider this discussion private and potentially very beneficial.
Good, tell me what you have to say.
Crimson Kana's rise to Brown's division champion has been good for business, but she has become troublesome of late. She believes that the Serpent runs the arena with little concern for honor, and she's right. The problem is that she cares.
What does this have to do with me?
The Serpent and I believe that Kana needs to be stopped. We want you to replace her as the Bronze Champion.
I mean, I was going to do that anyways. Go on.
It should be a simple matter to slip a slow-acting but extremely deadly poison into Kana's drink before the match.
Or we could just beat her up normally. I will not be party to her murder.
She will be dealt with regardless. Why not benefit from our actions and ensure that her removal is clean?
When Cho approached me regarding this matter, I felt that it might be in the best interests of the Greater Guild if I were involved.
If you accept, the Guild will cover half of Lin's usual fee. The remaining cost would be roughly half of your winnings from defeating Kana.
Don't dishonor herself resorting to poison.
If that is your choice, then so be it. You may deal with Kana on your own. I strongly advise you not to bring this up to anyone. I hope my point speaks for itself.
This Kana woman would appreciate knowing what you have learned.
Our business is concluded. It is time for you to leave.
Kana, they want to murder you.
Ukir kawuwir wo fonir ir karanos sakupono.
Should warn you, Lucky Cho is trying to eliminate you.
Sayir uyufuis patuye?
Lucky Cho offered me to be the services of a poisoner.
Uksayir kuni kakno aku kwawir fuisir aku fagita. Uksayir caritas fonir sisayir ir furk tatasir ir karanos sakupono.
Consider you a worthy opponent and want to make sure our match is honest.
Uksayir watuafu ni froto usosawir uktatasir ni ryoki.
Little goody two shoes, yep.
Wono wiri fuiro tarir noka sisayir na workur tantir.
I'm wondering, like, obviously I chose light side, so, you know, like, my character looks normal, I imagine. Imagine if I had chosen, like, closed fist, I probably would have gotten the KOTOR style of, like, you know, like, more evil looking. Like, more scars or whatever.
Aka wo nawir sawir sonsinoka uk napir.
Yeah.
Marawir woifuir uk sunurk.
It's a fun reward, thank you.
O saya pinir sokart ayawir.
Glad you stopped doing that in their games. Well, at least it gives you some sort of indicate, like quick views, like, oh yeah, you're going dark side, you're going light side, right? It's nice to have that. That's just that character changing over time. Not quite maxed out, but almost there. Scars won't heal unless you're nice. Yeah. Oh yeah, we never need to go back and see this guy. Disgrace Shang, or kill Shang, or kill Fang, or investigate Fang. This was probably the best one.
I want to hear that you're ready for your next fight. What do you need?
Let's fight.
Until the guild stepped in, I was ready to give you an attempt at the bronze division for your last match. Now it's time. Are you ready to face Crimson Kana, the finest sword this august arena has seen in 5 generations?
Generations. Let's begin.
Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
A challenger for the Bronze Division, Crimson Kana must fend off Raging Dragon.
Legendary strike. Paralyzing palm. Legendary strike. Paralyzing palm. Legendary strike. Paralyzing palm. Long sword. During the paralyzing palm. Long sword. Paralyzing palm. Long sword.
Kicked your ass.
Kana's
GDK.
winning streak has been broken at last. I don't know if you've heard, but Kana has proclaimed that the first fighter who extriciates her from her championship will learn the secrets of her technique.
I'd love that fight. I think it was worth some extra silver, don't you?
Come now. The arena works on a strictly regenicated payment system for the fights. There's no way I can give you extra.
Come on. I love that. I can't, like, oftentimes there's no option for the, whatever the third option that when I have my strongest skill in. I choose Heavy Business Nano to reward your star performers.
I'm sorry, but
Aw.
there's no room for bonuses, extra payments, or gratitudes of any kind. You'll be fine with the usual winnings. Now that that's settled, what else can I do for you? When you walk the streets and hear your name among the crowds, be sure that your ego does not swell like the body of 11 gaping maw, god of inopportune gluttony.
Yeah, my best skill my best skill is intuition, but it's like, no, you can't use intuition, although I failed charm. Maybe it was like 50, like I need like 50 points. Like, use intimidation or charm. Like, where's my intuition option? Should have been like, hey, you know, this is like a intuition of, you know, this was a big fight. This is all hyped up. You should give me some extra money, you know, like there's probably some way of using intuition there. The game's like, no, let's not make it easy for you.
Wosa wire noka ukraproni apawafa sonsier to wirwo. Wowo nikfra for wowo sawir kwanpa.
What do you do now?
Ukwiro ni sayer tatasi yeru wo nawir sier fu ni winyonakan. Sata kwa wir ni wosa wir sawa wira suir cook. Wosa wire noka ukraproni apawafa sonsier to wirwo.
Opening in my defense. I mean, there wasn't much opening. I don't think he hit me once. But when you exploit that opening?
Wo ifu wir uk sunurk danowe na waf tatasi yeruk. On we pifir. Wono wir ifu wir tarir noka sisayer na workurk tanti.
Others have mentioned this. Should I be concerned?
Wosa wire noka ukraproni apawafa sonsier to wirwo. Wo sayer pinir sokart ayawir. Tier nik puntuir poir noka uk sayer takitir noni.
Crimson Tears. It was an ability. Weapon style. Artifact weapon. Oh, it's actually a new weapon. You like dual blades. Dual blades does sound fun, but having to like level up a new weapon style seems like a pain in the ass. Let's just see what it looks like.
The Bronze Division champion approaches. I hope you're ready for the challenge awaiting you in the Silver Division.
Not that I've seen, no.
Soldier's the champion at this level. He'll be watching you.
Dogs nipping at my heels aren't worthy of watching.
What do you need? Now that you are champion of the Bronze Division, the Silver Division awaits. It seems that, indirectly, this serpent has decided to keep your career interesting. A demon has been added to the regular roster since your earlier victory. And since you've shown aptitude, I'm letting you face him first. This is indeed an honor, though it will not be easy. Are you ready to defeat this horror?
Yeah, it's just really annoying that this game keeps like popping new styles to you, but of course, unless you've been like saving up your points, like you're not gonna have points to like put into these new styles. So like all these older styles that had like all these points thrown in, it's like, all right, well, I guess I'm stuck with this now. Like, it really punishes you for trying to switch to a new style because of all these points you spent.
Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
Will the demon rend flesh from bone, or will a lone warrior prove stronger?
Double sabers. Focus. Longsword.
Let's just stick with this. Doesn't seem to be like particularly like good or anything.
Another demon falls. We shall have to add a new division for you alone if this keeps up.
Well, that's it exactly, right?
The Serpent wishes to speak with you personally. This is a rare honor. Do try to be polite. You have already been granted access to the back room of the arena, and the Serpent's private chamber is just off of it. You may as well go now and see what he wants. Oh, and one other thing. The Serpent has requested that you visitate him alone. I know you usually have a friend with you, but they'll have to remain behind for this meeting.
Well, Dragon Sword seems busted because I put like all the points into it. The downside is it's useless against ghosts and stuff. Not that we've seen too many ghosts recently, but if you get a bunch of ghosts all of a sudden, you pretty much need to like switch to your martial arts styles because that's the only thing that works against them. So you definitely need some points into those.
Kui should have told you that Kailan will only see you alone. Are you ready to go in now?
This is almost sad. Am I truly so threatening to the mighty Kailan the Serpent? Regardless, I'll be waiting with the others if you need me.
It is vital that we talk a moment. You handled yourself well against the demonic servitor. It was a rewarding experience for us both, I'm sure. Take this as my thanks. You are a smart young woman. Smart enough to know that you will get much further as my friend than my foe. You may find that certain opportunities, mutually rewarding arrangements between us, will come your way in the near future.
Supposing I cheat or throw fights or refuse.
Cheat is such a pedestrian term. I prefer to think of myself as a creative engineer. Like the fountains that channel water throughout the land, I spread entertainment to the people. Right now is an interesting time for an organization known as the Guild. I've no doubt that Kui has told you about us, if you didn't already know. Our organization is involved in many different activities, most of which operate below the view of the authorities of this great empire.
Suggesting I join you.
I am suggesting that we align our goals for a time, an arrangement that could benefit us both. The Guild, you see, has recently developed a vacancy in its upper echelons. A man by the name of Gao the Greater has been killed, and with his death, a new leader must be chosen. I intend to replace him in that role, and I need good people to back me.
Won't be a pirate backing slave trader with an arrogant dog of a son. He knows that I'm the one who eliminated Gal the Greater.
Did you? An interesting claim. And one I'm not sure I believe. You don't match the description we have of the killer, but then the descriptions are fairly tenuous.
What do you mean? Somebody who's clad in plum,
Gao, then I owe
with
you
long
a
hair.
favor. Consider my reluctance to turn you into the Lotus Assassins a repayment for that debt in full. There is the matter, however, of your friend, Whirlwind. I'm sure you know that he was one of the fighters here and that he left the arena. But do you know why?
I'll have a pass. Wouldn't hold his against them.
Whirlwind's past is certainly a colorful one. Did he tell you that he was thrown out of the arena?
He drank too much wine.
Of rage and drunkenness, uttered threats of murder, excessive violence, property damage, and I believe several charges of defecating in public.
Yeah, it sounds about him. Sounds about right. Nothing I don't already know. I can accept him as he is.
If you trust him, you are a fool.
The Black Whirlwind is an impressive fighter, but he is better avoided than confronted. We couldn't let him fight as he was, so he left. His brother, Raging Ox, wisely stayed here and went on to become champion. You could reach that point yourself, you know. Indeed, that's a distinct possibility. To become champion yourself, you will need my support. That means you and I will work together closely.
Tell me your offer before deciding anything.
A wise position to take in any negotiation. I can respect that. You see... What is that noise?
Hey, you can't...
Sup?
Damn you, serpent! I'll kill you where you stand!
No, you won't, Whirlwind. Just like last time, you will leave. I can see that this polite discussion has concluded, as so many do, in your odorous presence. We may talk again. Perhaps.
We're leaving now. You and I have to talk. Alone. It's important. Look, you can't trust Kylo. I know he was probably offering you the world, or maybe all the wine in it if he were really crafty, but...
You didn't honestly think you were going to slip down here after that little display, did you, Whirlwind?
Step back, Joe. For once in my life, I've got something important to tell someone.
You have nothing important to say, you lummox. You've embarrassed Kylon the Serpent, and I'm going to make sure you never get a chance to repeat your performance.
I've been waiting for this. Time to cut off the serpent's tail.
Focus!
Paralyzing palm!
Focus! Legendary strike!
He fought like a monster for a little guy.
You alright?
Better than I've been in a while. All this best behavior when you're in the city business was wearing on my nerves. Not the first time I've gone up against one of Kylon's thugs, you know. Not at all.
What do you mean?
Remember I told you I used to fight in the arena? Well, I was the best there was. Then my brother came to the city and decided he'd join the arena too. The arena was about the same as it is now. Kui and Kylon were there and Lucky Choke too, but he was just a runt back then.
Is your brother still fighting?
My brother became the arena champion, the Raging Ox. They said he retired, but he didn't retire. He was killed. I should know. I'm the one who killed him.
Why did you kill him?
Raging Ox was one of Kylon's men. Well, he wasn't always. Kylon approached me first. And when I turned him down, he went to my brother instead. When Ox joined up with Kylon, I stopped getting good matches. Ox was fighting his way to becoming champion, and doing a little work for the guild on the side.
What's the main thing awkward between you two?
He was so cocksure and wouldn't listen to his older brother.
Cocksure.
Once he fell in with Kylon, he stopped talking to me. Soon Ox became Kylon's enforcer and carried out his bidding. He'd skulk around in robes so no one would know the arena champion was a common thug. One night I followed Ox back to Kylon's. I was drunk and I was mad. I just wanted to tell Ox how dangerous Kylon was, Convince him to leave. But Kylon was there. He tried to interfere. I attacked him. An ox tried to stop me. When it was over, Ox was dead, and my axe was covered in his blood.
What happened then?
Kylon just stood there, smiling. I would have killed him if I wasn't so stunned. After that, I left. For the first time in my life, I ran. I ran, and then I drank myself into a stupor that lasted for half a year.
Kylan truly is a serpent.
You do what you have to in the arena. Just don't fool yourself about working with a serpent. Lucky Cho's death just put you on the serpent's wanted list. I'd really like to see Kylon's face if you become arena champion. Of course, I'd rather just kill him. Come on, let's go.
Strong arm. Plus 8 intimidation. No guards here. Why can't I go in?
I'm sorry, but I really should keep to myself. The proprietor of this place can be so possessive.
What do you need from me? Magical enhancements and knowledge. Have a look at my wares and see for yourself.
This one's surprisingly, like, the sell price in this one's $150, but you get, like, so much more experience from reading books. I doubt I'm ever going to use this one, so let's just sell this one. Easy $5,000 there. Damage shield, I mean, this could be useful. It depends how much damage it does. So grab this one. Probably never going to use it, but...
I want to hear that you're ready for your next fight. What do you need?
Let's kick some ass.
This next fight should be fairly simple for you. I once more want to send you up against 4 opponents. The crowd loves those fights. These are tougher than the students you faced before, but should pose no problem. Are you ready to get started?
Let's do this.
Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
We found him just like this.
You did?
3 Reach, the old stableman, found him. He kept everyone else out.
We can trust him. What about Cho? Do we know who's responsible?
Last I saw of him, he was following Raging Dragon.
She fights next, does she not? Replace the men slated for that match with our own, and ensure that their blades are coated with extract from the ebon orchid. Even the ancient magic of this place could not neutralize that poison.
It will be done. What about Lucky Cho? There are hundreds of people here to see the new fighter. We can't carry the body out of here.
Captain Knuckles.
We don't. We must always use the resources available to you.
Dinner time.
Flashing blades and deadly grace.
Longsword!
Focus.
Longsword! Paralyzing palm! Silence long! Legendary strike! Paralyzing palm! Longsword! Paralyzing palm! Longsword! Paralyzing palm! Longsword! You lack no paralyzing palm! Longsword!
Stunlock for the win.
I do not know who those men were. The fighters I picked for you to face were not guild men, and they certainly lack poison-coated blades.
What about protective spells? They were removed as well.
The wards are useless against poison. That's a danger we have never been able to solve. Those men were Kylon's, not mine. I keep myself as far away from that end of things as I can. You have to believe that I look out for my fighters.
How dare you, sir?
Came up here, I received word from one of the guild men from outside the arena. They send their apologies. I believe they feel Kylon's actions were not appropriated to the situation. You shouldn't have to fear assassins again, not after that message.
Sure they won't try something like that again?
You are not hearing this from me, but tensions have risen between the Serpent and the Guild itself. He's making a bid for control, and some factions are quite upset. You may feel caught in the middle, but the weather sages say the eye of the storm is the safest place.
Oh, the next fight.
I had a request from the Imperial Army. They want one of our best to help them test out a small group of war machines known as golems. I've decided to put you up against them. I want you to prove that our folks are superior to anything the Army could devise. Are you ready to show them what you've got?
Sir, yes, sir.
Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
I wonder if they're going to be immune to weapons.
The Imperial Army honors us with a most unique trial.
Stone Immortal! Style is ineffective! Paralyzing palm!
Alright, so immune to magical styles. It's probably just weapons. Very weak to weapons, luckily.
I knew you could defeat those things. The Imperial Army's telling me they figured out some way to improve upon the design, thanks to you. I say stick to traditional soldiers. Sagacious Tien needed no machines to build the Empire. I rushed out notification of this match, and we've had the outcriers shouting themselves hoarse. I hear many nobles will even be in attendance. It's rare that the Silver Division rests balanced against a single victory on the scales of combat, you know. But you, Raging Dragon, are what truly draws them in. Once in a lifetime does a single person throw the grand institution of the arena into such disarray. Will you face Soldier now? The Silver Division Championship awaits you. If
Not yet.
that's the decision you want to make, it's your... When you walk the streets and hear your name among the crowds, be sure that your ego does not swell like the body of 11 gaping maw.
So who are we fighting? Iron Soldier.
Looks like you're still walking after that last match. Too bad. We'll take care of that in the next match, new blood. Trust me. I've been looking forward to taking you down a notch.
Sarah isn't spiky enough. Or blonde. Are you always this belligerent?
Given half the chance, yes. If you can't handle it, you don't need to talk to me. There are some people who call the way I operate walking the low path, but they're fools.
Tell me more about the low path.
Talking about the low path is an attempt to deride the philosophy of those of us who see the truth. There's no real altruists in this world. Just people who explain their actions with reasons that are easily palatable to the masses. I refuse to kowtow to those kind of lies. I'm a warrior. People either challenge me and grow stronger, or run away like weaklings.
Philosophy can't earn you friends.
Like I care. It's in my nature to rail against simpering fools, and by being true to the discord I cause, I'm made that much stronger. That's all there is to it. I'm not here to hash this over with you. If you want that, go bother the scholars or one of those saps in the Black Leopard School on the hill. I look forward to ending your career in the next match.
Uh-huh. Kick his ass.
I want to hear that you're ready for your next fight. What do you... Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
Woo! It's a cage battle. Yeah, right inside the fire. Roar! Still crazy that they have FMVs with your character in it, which means they have to do FMVs for every character.
Iron Soldier has faced all comers, but how will the Silver Champion fare against Raging Dragon?
Paralyzing palm. Longsword. Paralyzing palm. Longsword. Paralyzing palm. Longsword. Paralyzing palm.
That was easy. Paralyzing palm, long sword, paralyzing palm.
I hope you understand how many warriors have tried to extrapolate him from the Silver Division Championship. Be proud. From here, your battles will be even harder. A test, if you will, to see if you stand a chance against the Ravager. Impress the crowd, and you will have your chance against the Ravager himself. I can promise you that.
Hey, give me some extra silver this time.
Surely this was enough. I know the crowd loved that show, but there's no way I can offer you extra just because of that.
Oh, now we have the intuition option. The soldier have let such a fight go without being paid extra.
I know you feel like a rising star.
I guess we need
but
more
your
points
rewards
than
are
that.
fixed. You'll find that the goal... Now that that's settled, what... Things are interesting right now. Be as careful walking the streets as you are in the ring. I don't think Kailan is pleased with your progress.
Your victories are impossible for the other fighters to ignore. You are a master of the arena, the ground where executioners are born. Perhaps you have potential that you are not even aware of. There may be a role in the executioners for you after all. Why come to me when you've already begun to court the Inquisitor? Do you seek the blessing of someone less corrupted?
If you'll have me.
No, you are stronger than that. We will train away this timid front and tap a potential that you haven't yet dreamed of. If you survive, you will join an order unlike any other. We enforce the will of Death's Hand and the Emperor. We guard the treasures of the Empire. This will be your responsibility. Can you look on silver coins, golden tablets, or prophesized artifacts and think only of duty?
See my skill. Just give me the recommendation.
Then we will waste no more time. You are adequate, and I will allow you to begin training. Proceed to our fortress. It lies at the far side of the burial ground that is the necropolis, which you may reach through the rich section of the city. Present this token so that they will know you. I expect great things of you. Not many of our recruits possess both the skills to become executioners and the personality to attract such a loyal band of followers.
You'll find I'm no ordinary recruit.
Indeed. Many others think that they are above the norm when they join us, as if acceptance elevates their status. You will learn that conformity to our ways will serve you better. I am well aware of those who come with you, their strengths and their weaknesses. You inspire loyalty in most of those who follow you. That will serve you well.
You're saying someone isn't loyal to me.
Am I? Or do you doubt your own abilities to deal with them if proven treacherous? In time, you will see that your loyalty to our order is all that matters. If you survive your training and remain in control of your senses, perhaps you will serve at my side one day.
I never enjoy controlling my senses. They catch a lot of things I'd miss. Whatever. We'd better tell the others we made some progress.
But I want to do the other thing. Do we like lock out the Inquisitor? Yeah, it's still there.
Anything is better than waiting around in the camp.
So let's see if we can do anything to intimidate the judge here. We talk gentle breezes.
I'm not really in the mood for company. Judge Fang wanted me to try something special last night, and I still haven't quite recovered yet.
I want you to help me get rid of Fang.
Get rid of him? What do you mean? Remove him from office, or something else?
I want to ruin his career.
Really? I was hoping you wanted to kill him. The world would be a better place with that disgusting pig dead and buried. But as much as I want to see his bloated corpse floating in the gutter, Fang is a dangerous man and he keeps my pockets lined with silver. I hope Fang gets what he deserves, but you'll have to do it without my help.
Fang gone, you can finally be free.
No. Even if
Damn
I
it.
was willing to give up all that silver, if Fang finds out, he'll make sure I spend the rest of my days begging for death. It's not worth the risk. Don't worry about that. One thing I've learned from my time with Fang is how to block things out. Good. Let me rest. I've got a feeling I'm in for a long night tonight. I'm not really in the mood for company.
Okay, so we can...
Judge Fang...
So let's see if we can boost our... So yeah, intuition's our strongest skill right now. +2 intuition there. +1 intuition. Put the bronze tongue in there. I got 2 bronze tongues. Yeah. 58 intuition. If that's not enough, then
I'm not really... No.
that's not even enough. $900, I guess.
Well, that is a lot of silver. And I'd love to get out from under Fang's boot heel. I'll help you. You wanted Fang dead, right?
The Inquisitors prefer subtle solutions. Murdering a chief minister doesn't quite fall into that category.
No, I just want to ruin him.
It'd be easier to kill him. Fang's reputation is already as dirty as it can get. As long as it doesn't get in the way of his job, everybody just turns a blind eye.
There's gotta be a way to bring him down.
Well, every document Judge Fang approves has to be stamped with his imperial ring. Losing the ring is a major offense. And if it was revealed he lost the ring during one of his sexual escapades, even Fang wouldn't want that to come out.
Give me the ring and I'll blackmail him into resigning him.
What are you doing here, Breezes? You know I don't like it when people see us together in public.
Don't be mad, my mighty and manly Fang. I was just hoping we could go upstairs for a bit. I've got a treat for you. Here's a hint. They're silk.
I'm surprised you're so eager after last night. I'm glad to see you're finally becoming more receptive to my special needs. Well done, Breezes. If a little tame for my tastes. I think tonight you should wear the blindfold. I have some interesting surprises in store for you.
I can hardly wait, oh great and virile Fang. Here's the ring. Fang will do anything to keep people from finding out he lost it to a whore, even if it means resigning his post. Show the ring to his guards and they'll let you through. I better disappear for a while, but make sure you tell him where you got it. He'll be sorry he ever touched me.
Minus $900. Alright, let's put our gems back on. Let's get rid of this one, this one. No, she did disappear.
Look, we already told you, Fang doesn't want to be bothered. He just wants to relax and watch the arena fights. Yeah, if he doesn't get his daily fill of blood, violence, and gore, he'll be snarly all day. And he's hard enough to work for when he's in a good mood.
We got Fang's Imperial Ring.
How did you get... No, forget it. I don't want to know. You better go talk to Fang about that ring. Yeah, we don't want any part of this.
Some of these new fights can be delightfully savage. Damn it! I want more blood down there.
Where's there a random, like,
That last
green up here?
disgusting. Where's Breezes?
Hey, Stephanos, thank
Damn
you.
those protective wards. This place needs more decapitations.
Yeah, it's usually the default language. I've seen about like 5 or 6 different languages that for the happy partner anniversary thing. Great.
You must go to the Lotus Assassin Fortress like we agreed. Find the evidence against Death's Hand, and I will help you rescue Master Li. I don't understand. You've gained the favor of the Lotus Assassins with a fair amount of ease. What else is there to speak of? Is there something you are wondering?
Tell me about yourself.
About me? I am Princess Sun Lian, the Heavenly Lily. What more are you worthy of knowing?
Tell me about your childhood.
I do not remember ever being allowed to just be a child. My mother died when I was born, shortly before the end of the long drought and the fall of my uncles. I was in the care of tutors too afraid to punish me and too ingratiating.
This guy's just watching us.
Useful. I quickly found ways to sneak away from the palace.
Great place to have a conversation. It's like, who are these people?
They would be punished. They would scurry around all day trying in vain to find me.
It's a dangerous thing for a young girl to do.
Yes, it was. I didn't fully understand the risk and made some mistakes. But in the end, what I have become is a result of that. In the city, I met the people. The peasants, the homeless, the thieves. It was a much different world from what you see from the palace. They never realized who I was. I'm sure they would have been terrified of the army storming in to rescue me. Most just wanted to be left alone. That life was exciting, but also useful. Even Lotus assassins overlook the beggar on the street, but she still has eyes and ears.
Tell me about your first love.
You announce your questions like a wild animal with no warning of the claws you unleash. Proceed slowly, lest you turn me away.
Tell me about Silk Fox.
Ah, the shadow behind my public self. How else can a curious princess learn what really happens in her domain? I don't have time to interpret the veiled statements of advisors, so I became a thief, an assassin, whatever I needed to be. People will not speak to the princess. Bad news kills the messenger first. Silk Fox knows how to persuade. That is how I learned about the activities of Death's Hand.
No one notices you're gone for such lengthy periods?
There are many excuses for a vain princess to retreat from sight for days, even weeks at a time. My father encourages such getaways. And if courtiers ever discovered that I was not where I said I would be, who would dare question the Heavenly Lily? I may eschew the formality of it, but being the daughter of the Emperor still has its privileges.
Tell me about your time in court.
I do not like to speak about that. I try to avoid the court as much as possible. It is filled with sycophants pandering to the fancies of my father, with little or no concern to their own dignity. It is distasteful.
You would do well in court.
I can handle myself better than any of the fancy courtiers who attempt to match me. I know that someday the court will be mine to rule. When I succeed my father, there will be quite a cleaning out. But with Death's Hand manipulating him, that day seems less and less likely.
They misspelled will there. We will prevail, princess. Nothing else matters.
We need to stay focused on what is important, and that is exposing Death's Hand. Nothing else matters. I think we are through here. We should return to your group before you set out for the Lotus Assassin Fortress. Everyone should be prepared.
Hi. Now he turns away like, yeah, I wasn't hearing anything. Nothing about, this person next to you being the princess or anything, yeah.
Do you mind? How can I enjoy the crack of bone, the screams of pain, and the glorious geysers of crimson blood down in the arena with you bothering me? Or are you here to offer your services for later? Normally I prefer women who reek of the gutter, but I'm willing to branch out if you beg me.
I want to talk about gentle breezes.
Gentle breezes. So you're here to blackmail me with this scandal, are you? Well, my tastes are already well known at the Imperial Court. Nobody cares about my predilections, as long as I don't let my activities interfere with my duties as a judge.
Activities cost you your Imperial ring.
My ring? But how... That harlot. I should have suspected something when she came to me willingly. Usually I have to command her presence. Well, it seems you have me in an awkward position. I can't let it be known that I was foolish enough to let a whore steal my ring. I would lose my position. So, what is it you want from me? Silver? An Imperial posting? What?
You're going to step down, Fang.
Of course. Now I understand. The Lotus Assassins are behind this, aren't they? I should have known something like this would happen. They tried to bend me to their will, but I'm not easily broken. Or so I thought. Are you proud of yourself? Bowing and scraping at the feet of your Lotus Assassin masters, helping them to bring me down?
Proud to get a man like you out of office.
You think I'm an evil man, don't you? You think my soul is rotten and corrupt. But at least I have a soul. The same cannot be said for those you now serve. The Lotus Assassins destroyed me. But now that I am gone, I wonder where their attention will turn next. Keep a close watch over your shoulder, friend. My resignation is on the table. Take it and stamp it with my Imperial ring yourself.
That would have gotten us more like open palm, considering, you know, we didn't kill anybody. We didn't, like, ruin the other guy's reputation or whatever. More arena, let's go.
I want to hear that you're ready for your next fight.
Let's do it.
What do you need? The Gold Division is the toughest series of fights in the Empire. Ultimately, you can think of it as a test to see if you're ready to face the Ravager. Your first match will be a rare challenge. There is a style that was banned from the tournament combat 5 centuries ago. You will face the Phoenix Unity style.
Phoenix Unity? What's special about this style?
That is something best discovered for yourself. Suffice it to say that if you stand against it, the battle will be memorable.
Style was banned, why am I facing it?
I do not believe in outdated prohabitations. As you may see, this style is not fair for single combat, but it is a fair test of a Master Warrior's abilities.
Set up the fight, we'll face this Phoenix Unity style.
Excellent! Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
Here's how we're brewed up. Yep. One-on-one, I mean, I could basically stun lock the enemies.
Unity is among the rarest of styles. No one person has defeated it. Yet.
I feel like I defeated it.
Longsword! Paralyzing palm! Longsword!
What?
Paralyzing palm! Longsword!
Built those hard. Do I get to use that style?
The Phoenix Unity style was banned from tournaments because it was unbeatable. But I've never put much stock in legends. That was exactly how I wanted your Gold Division matches to start. You need the people on your side before you can face the Ravager.
Tell me about next fight.
I was going to do something different, but I've had a request from the Sung Brothers. They
Three
said
Sung
that
Brothers.
there's been an affluence of the fates and a reemergence of the planets. I'm not quite sure what that means, but if they want to face you, then I have to honor their request. Besides, defeating them is important to your career.
Why is it important?
I require that any fighter who wishes to face the Ravager be able to defeat all three of the Sung Brothers. Then I know you won't be torn to shreds. Well, at least not before the gong stops ringing, at any rate. The brothers are ready if you are.
Stupid.
Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
Speed, might, and magic will be needed to defeat these brothers three.
Longsword! Paralyzing palm! Longsword! Paralyzing palm! Longsword! Paralyzing palm! Longsword! Paralyzing palm! Longsword!
It's harder than the last one. Not really. I think we're overpowered.
At once, all of them exceptionally skilled. I thought no one could impass them, but you have. Defeating them
Yeah, we're kind of broken at this point.
impressed the crowd immensely.
Deserve more silver than this.
You pull in the egregious crowds, it's true.
Never works.
I am still accountable for my prizes. Now that that's settled, things are interesting right now. Be as careful walking the streets as you are in the ring.
Come to kick this tired old dog? Careful, girl. I might have rolled over once, but you let your guard down and you're mine. Don't think I'm going to forget that you were the one to take my division from me.
Yeah. Especially once you put a lot of points into a certain thing. Then yeah, you're just kind of broken. But I mean, there's different difficulty modes. I put it on like normal difficulty, but imagine if you're playing on Grandmaster or whatever, it's probably a little harder. Defeat in fair combat. Do not take it so personally.
You're even and level-headed, which means you won't watch your back. You'll never last. Do you actually need anything, or are you just there to flap your gums? Why are you wasting time with me anyway?
The brothers Sung fight as one, and yet you fight as if you were three.
While the match invited the toothless donkey of unhappiness to our stable, we still praise your skills.
We don't have a stable. That donkey's going to get cold.
I'm sure the donkey will be fine, brother, or at least justifiably unhappy instead of randomly petulant.
My brothers drift from the matter at hand. What may we do for you? Well, may the full spectrum of the rainbow guide you safely.
I want to hear that you're ready for your next fight.
I am.
What do you need? I want to give you a shot at the championship. I really do. I need to convince others, though. I'm going to hold an event so huge that it will rock the reaches of the Empire. The Imperial Engagement. The arena turns upon you.
Gotta fight everybody at
You will
once.
be one woman against a rushing tide of foes. You must stand against them all, and when you do, your right to challenge the Ravager will be indisputable.
Time to take you down a peg.
I think it's going to be a fun challenge. You might even survive if you pace yourself.
I mean, opponents will have to face.
You will be facing all the champions you have dealt with already, and more.
Sounds like fun. How does this fight work?
The concept is simple enough. If you can defeat your foe with exceptious alacrity, then you have a moment to collect yourself. If you tarry, then you will be swamped. Are you ready for me to finish the arrangements? If so, we'll get everyone set up.
Let's do this.
Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
Hey, Lars. It's going great.
The Imperial engagement begins! An ogre begins the onslaught!
An ogre!
Paralyzing call.
Alright, so you get like a certain amount of time.
Longsword.
Hapless Hand enters the fray!
Longsword.
What is the greater foe? Exhaustion or a fiend fallen from the heavens?
So many corpses.
Paralyzing call.
Iron Soldier makes another foray against his nemesis.
Longsword. Paralyzing call. Longsword. Paralyzing call.
How long can one warrior last, battling a tide of foes? For this battle, Sung Bu enters alone. His speed is unmatched.
Longsword. Paralyzing call. Longsword. Paralyzing call. Longsword.
The towering strength of Sung Bu crashes upon the ring.
Paralyzing call. Longsword. You can't not. Paralyzing call. Longsword. Paralyzing call. Longsword. Paralyzing call.
Yes, so many bodies.
The master of mysticism is the last to enter this epic confrontation.
Longsword. Paralyzing call. Longsword. Paralyzing call. Longsword.
No magic for you. Where she lived during the times of death matches.
You have just emerged the victor from a multitudinous concretion of raw fighting talent. Amazing! The crowd loves you, and you have proven yourself enough in my eyes. No other fighter stands a chance against the Ravager. But you must think of your safety. The Ravager strikes with such power that even the wards of this arena may not be enough to save you.
How can he be so strong?
No one knows. His strength is almost inhuman, but we are sure he is no demon. Your match could end in death. It almost happened when Sung Bu faced him alone, and he was the last opponent to tackle the champion alone. The Ravager grows more fierce with each fight, as if time were making him stronger. If you face him, we may not be able to end the match in time.
Save.
Things are...
Oh, this is like a different world. This isn't set on Earth in any way. It's obviously based on like kind of Asian, you know, themes and stuff like that. But yeah, completely its own world. It's kind of like a Asian theme, like just a generic kind of Asian theme with kind of, you know, machines and stuff like that. Like you got flying machines and other kind of steampunkish style stuff. So yeah.
You know, the Ravager is next. If you're ready, well, he's always ready. It is that time. The Ravager awaits. Do you remember what I told you about fighting him?
Ready to face him.
Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
This fight will not happen. This fighter is not worthy of facing a true Imperial champion. The Ravager will not waste time with one so new to the ring. One must face the test of time to even challenge the Imperial champion.
Coward. Dragon.
Good people, I do this for you. Would you have an unproven whelp as your champion? As the Empire's champion? Silence! You have spoken, and I have heard. Your will be done. I give you the Ravager!
Paralyzing palm! Longsword! Paralyzing palm! Longsword! Paralyzing palm! Longsword! Paralyzing palm!
It's a tough battle. Good thing this guy's the champion.
Paralyzing palm! Longsword! Paralyzing palm! Longsword! Paralyzing palm! Longsword!
Oh, that was a really tough battle. Whew. Almost broke a sweat there. Figured out the cheese pretty quick. So it's only good when it's a one-on-one, though.
Sense, Whirlwind, you'll realize that you should thank me.
Because he revived his brother.
Your brother was a useful tool. After you cut him down while he defended me, I decided it would be too much bother to let him go. In the process, I saved you from charges of fratricide. And so the Ravager...
Your quintet looks good. No, it doesn't.
Perfect, unquestioning enforcer of my will, and I owe it all to you, Whirlwind.
I should get you here and now, but first...
You have done nothing. I still took your brother.
And I took him back and repaid the favor.
You will not be champion. This is my arena.
Not for long.
I invoke the right of challenge. As an ex-champion, I will return and stake my claim upon this place. Tradition supports my right to this.
Of course it does. Same developers. What tradition is this?
But the right of challenge hasn't been used in hundreds of years.
Very well. You need not accept the precedents and traditions that make this empire great, Kui.
Instead, accept that my men will kill you if you dare contradict me again.
So, Stripling, what do you say? Are you prepared to suffer at my hands, or will you walk away and die the tenfold deaths of the coward?
Paralyzing palm, longsword, paralyzing palm.
My brother was, and now my friend is. All you are, magician, is mine. Allow me to accept his challenge on your behalf, master. I will not fail you, and I know my brother's spirit will be satisfied if I take this chance.
I don't think you could survive.
Not allow a substitution of this sort.
There have been other substitutions here, Kailan. Mine won't be the first.
They do have the right, Serpent. You substituted the demon in place of one of your guild men. You set the precedent yourself.
Damn you all. Fine. I will fight the shaved bear. It will be a pleasure. Speak with Kui when you're ready. Until then, I will prepare.
Do I get to fight as him? Because I don't think he can handle this guy by himself.
This has all gone horribly wrong. I have had a dead retired ex-fighter in a mask for a champion all this time. Do you know how many rules and regulations that breaks? It's a mockery of the entire arena, and Kailan and his thugs are to blame.
No, the extra votes don't change your regular vote.
I need you to see this through to the end. I need that man stopped before he destroys 1,000 years of gratification.
As long as you don't throw like exclamation vote whatever in your extra vote, just put like extra vote with a 1 in it, and it'll just give a vote to 1 and won't touch your regular vote. Yeah, a lot of people mention Zhang Fei. It's probably very much based on him.
Things are...
Ting's Vengeance. So we have those like swords now. Or is axes? Swords. Yeah, we're getting like so many weapon styles, like, well, I can't use any of these. They're all like level 1. Yeah, the extra votes you can't change once you put them in there. That's it. But your fast forward vote you can change at any point. Yeah. It's like a 5-second timer or whatever, but yeah, you can change it. Yeah. So people are sneaky like that. That's why when things are close like that, don't expect, even though Xenoblade's, just like a little bit in the lead, all it takes is a couple of especially sub-votes to switch one way or the other real quick. So gotta make sure it's got a big lead in order to not be overtaken. Right, Planet's real money. Yeah. I mean, it could always happen. All it takes is like one tier 3 vote. If Zelhara decided to to do that, can switch it like 12 points in one direction, right? So it'd be -6 plus 6. So I don't know where Zelhara is right now in terms of the votes, but one thing like that could easily turn the tide very quickly.
I want to hear that you're ready for your next fight. What do you need?
Tell me when next fight.
Your friend is ready to fight. When he was here before, he was always ready.
So I'm really curious now. Am I just gonna be watching this fight,
Easily defeated.
or do I get to battle him on my side?
Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
He's all here. Understood in this boat.
The Black Whirlwind returns to the ring to face the Serpent. Might
The
meet
Serpent.
Magic.
Might and magic. Oh, we actually get to use them? Nice. Jumps pretty damn fast for somebody of that caliber. Can't fight him because he's channeling. It's kind of annoying. They're annoying because they have that damage buff thing. Just get a full heal out of that too. God damn it. Come on. It's bullshit. Freaking camera like screwed me over there at the end. I couldn't see anything. It doesn't help those freaking horses do damage over time. Every time you hit them, you took damage. So I lost a lot of health fighting those horses just because I was hurting myself. We vote for bad game lane declares it has no chance anyways. Yeah. Wait, Omega Quintet definitely doesn't have a chance in this one. Ninth Dawn would have been interesting had we not had like those 2 extra votes there. Those 2 extra games that had those millions of votes already.
I want... What? Are you...
The Black Whirlwind returns to the ring to face the Serpent. Might meets magic.
Again. Sucks that you have to fight him twice. You get him like to basically dead, and then he's like, "All right, let me summon like." Oh, that's a really bad start there. Comes the cheat. Taking so much damage just in this stupid horses, man. I lost so much health just before we even fought these guys. Like, I was already half dead now. Like, these horses are like finishing me off. Stupid damage over time bullshit. Okay, that give me a health at least. Ow. Well, that sucked. Basically dead now. Unless by some miracle I win this, but now we're in like the bad camera angle. Yeah. But you can use your mana to heal. So that blue bar you can use to you can convert to health. When I killed the second horse, they dropped like a full mana bar restoration thing. So.
What?
Oh, with him, well, you know, he cheats. It's a two-part battle.
Returns to the ring to face the serpent.
You basically kill him once, and then he goes to that channeling mode, which you can't stop, and then he summons those two horses, and then you gotta, after you fight those two horses, then I'm assuming at that point you're like fighting the real him at that point, like the final version. I'm gonna try to use my power attacks for the horses to kill them faster. They're gonna drop. Seems like they drop a full mana heal. I think that chi thing helps too much with this guy. Since I wanted a challenging battle, and this is it. If I don't use my main character, it's pretty challenging. Being near the edge sucks. Damn, so much damage there. God. The camera near the edge is the worst. Good. Thank God. Whew. It's actually a tough battle.
It's anticlimactic, but you did earn it. Congratulations, champion. I wish that I had another dozen fighters who could rise through the ranks with your alacrity. I will not dishonor you
actually tough fight.
to those who cannot match your skill. In time, someone will come along, but I suspect your equal will not be manifesting anytime soon. Champion, it has been an honor to adjudicate and facilitate your rise to the top.
Oh, he already had like 2 health bars.
I will let you know.
Each health bar had like 2 health bars, so
You've earned it.
like he started off with like a health bar and a half, right? Like his health is like half, and then you get down, and then like he gets a second health bar. You bring that down near the end, he gets that summoning thing. It summons those 2 horses. You kill those 2 horses, and he's back at full health at that point, which is like 1.5 health bars. You get that down, so I think it was enough health bars.
It would be hard to find anyone in this city who does not recognize our new champion on this day. We have met before, but right now, I represent the guild.
You want?
I want what you want. We had to address the issue of Kailan sooner or later. His open policy did not fit well with our philosophy of discretion. His power ran deep. He would have taken our organization even further down Gao the Greater's path had word of a new contestant not reached us.
If I had known I've been doing the guild's will, Kailan would still be alive.
Every action benefits someone other than yourself. If you worry about whom, then you fall into inactivity.
And even something like this, like talking to you, could aid my enemies.
Not speaking to me could aid them as easily. All waters flow to the ocean, they say.
Why'd you offer this advice to me?
There are those who think and those who do. The best know that there is a time and place for both, and that this city will eat the introspective alive. It is advice we all need.
Enough of the philosophy, I just want to deal with this and call it done.
Indeed. Then you will be happy to know of the guild's decision. We no longer want a stake in the proceedings in the arena. With Kailan and Gao the Greater gone, let us just say that cooler heads prevail. The current sentiment in the guild is that the Lotus Assassins have become more trouble than our alliance with them is worth. Thus, we propose a truce. Your feud, or whatever it was, with Kailan died with him. The guild will not trouble you or this place if you will not trouble us.
Read you the truce.
I have a scroll for you that details a most ancient technique, once taught only to the Imperial champion. Your perfect record in this place deserved a revival of tradition. Part of my duties involved keeping an eye on Raging Dragon, and I had the envy of many others for such an assignment. Masterful fighting, I must say. We will not speak of this again. Consider me nothing more than Sweet Poison Lyn from this point on.
Good old Sweet Poison Lyn. Perfected warrior. Oh well, 13 health plus in focus. I'll take it. Also got a gem. Yeah, Superior Warrior Gem. Plus 6 body. Yeah, it's not like I need more health. I think I'm good. So I'll max this out. This one's actually pretty good. The only one that's useful other than the dragon sword. Alright, so that's the arena one done, I'm assuming. Go back, talk to the Inquisitor, bring this evidence.
Sa'ir Yakowak, Kokonato Siri Panoniniku.
Sairos Diusiot, Sarorasipa Ukar Ir Napsoaku.
There's representation right here.
Uno will na no ba Yesu. Isana Yuyo, Konir Puk no Sunkud Nano Hona Napir. Ipanar Nuku Iwa Ir, Nikasanarir, Iruru Ninua Sa'ir Kana. Usair Kokonato, Tanatia, Katanano, Shafatoyo, Kokonato Siri Panoniniku.
You honor me with this opportunity.
Ipanar Nuku Iwa Ir, Nikasanarir, Iruru Ninua Sa'ir Kana. Sata Tawi Ir, Wanawa Fukuno Sukut Nia Awafawa Ir Sutok. Usair Kokonato, Tanatia. Katanano, Shafatoyo, Kokonato Siri Panoniniku.
Goodbye.
Kana, Unikasurir Kwanano Kasair Iruru.
So, things are looking up. You've gained the favor of the Lotus Assassins.
Again.
And you've made doubly certain of it by aiding both the Executioner and Inquisitor. Very impressive. The way to the Lotus Assassin Fortress is open.
And after we find the evidence against Death's Hand, you will take us to the palace to find Master Li?
I promise, little Dawnstar. After we get what I want from the Lotus Assassins, the palace is the first place we will go. You have permission, so there won't be any trouble entering. It's only after we have the evidence against Death's Hand that they might notice something is wrong.
Worry about that when the time comes.
It would still be good to get some information first. Sagacious Zoo might know something. We should ask him.
Where'd he go?
Where is he?
Well, you should be more careful of who you trust.
If I did that, none of you would be here.
That is true. I wouldn't trust any of the ragged homeless you have collected. No offense meant to those of you who are actually homeless, Dawnstar. If Sagacious Zoo has gone to warn the Lotus Assassins, you need to move quick. If he's just run off, he is no longer our concern.
Zoo would not turn on us.
The Lotus Assassin Fortress is in the far end of the necropolis. They shouldn't give you any trouble. Just appear confident as you enter.
I don't want to go now.
Everything is in place. I'll have my evidence against Death's Hand soon enough. Oh, and you'll have access to your Master Li as well. I don't want you to think I have forgotten your needs.
Rip all my stuff.
Always happy to help. What do you need? I was thinking about a story my father once told me. He was a scoundrel, but he could spin a fine yarn when he wasn't robbing caravans. Have you ever heard the tale of the Eternal Companions?
No, but I'm sure you'll tell me. Can't say I have.
The Eternal Companions were a group of warriors that traveled the ancient kingdoms, well before the formation of the Empire. They were said to be giants, to know styles no one could match, and to always appear to offer their services to a kingdom when times were worst.
Yes, there is. These warriors real? I wonder how much of the disc was taken up with like voice acting in this.
The tales are too fantastic to be accurate. Though I'm sure the Black Whirlwinds tried at least once, no one can actually cleave a mountain in two. What made me bring this up was just a simple thought. Were these companions real people once? Were they just like us? Something tells me they were, but not in the way you'd expect. You know how legends tend to grow in the telling? I think they also absorb other tales as they go.
I think we're doing is just another version of the tale.
I doubt it. For instance, we have yet to wipe out a rival kingdom. Failing that, I'm a bit
kind of doing that now.
12 feet tall. The point is that when things are wrong, people believe that someone will do something about it. Whether we succeed or not, we are those someones right now. More importantly, you're the someone. You're the real reason we're together. And I worry about how much of this rides on your shoulders. You're important to me in many ways. I just want you to know that I'll do anything I can to help. Anything. Just ask.
Anything. Wink, wink. Never when I've needed you thus far. Were you planning on a change?
Well, that would be terribly out of character, wouldn't it? No. No changes are planned on my end. We'll talk again soon, I promise. For now, let's get back to it.
Yes? How can this humble bun master assist you today?
Just leave your wife, ho. Start over.
My prescient pretty has an uncanny knack for derailing my plans, in case you haven't already noticed. I have tried several times to leave, but it always fails miserably. Some say there are spirits out there that masquerade as people, and I suspect she may be one of them. She has my soul, and there's nothing I can do about it.
80% transferred 10 hours ago. Yeah, but 80% transferred. I mean, if you have 4,000 or 40,000, 400,000 1 kilobyte files, and then you have one 20 terabyte file, well, We prove that she's whatever.
One time, I tried to sneak away while she was delivering a special order of buns to her uncle's family. As I started to leave, I slipped on some oil and broke my arm. Still, I put my arm in a sling and was continuing on my way when I was run down by a rogue bun cart. When I came to, my wife had returned and was in a foul mood. Apparently, everyone she had visited died from food poisoning. But why not her? I mean, I'm sure she ate at least one of the buns I sent.
I'm saying those buns were poisoned. You're right, perhaps she's not entirely human.
It is simply my lot in life to be given into the care of a demon whose sole sustenance comes from sucking the very life from my body and soul. Soup, anyone? As you say, I will be here scrubbing your pots until you call upon me again.
Yeah, those small files probably take quite a long time to copy as well. So you copy all the data, not just the data, but like all the information about the file. So that definitely takes a while. It's got to create the entire, like, you know, the file tree, that kind of stuff.
What? What do you want?
I considered settling down.
Tried that once. It didn't work out. Prefect Mu Hong pledged his daughter Mi Shan to me after I cleared his district of bandits. She wasn't ugly, so I agreed. The night of the wedding feast, I got more than a little drunk, and in the morning I woke up in the prefect's bed, next to the prefect's wife.
Oh my. You're a beast, Whirlwind. Where's your new wife during all this?
I got up and went into my bride's room, and there was a strange man in her bed. I killed the bastard and was about to kill her when Mishan came into the room yelling. Apparently, I had just killed her sister's husband and was about to kill her sister. I tried to tell her it was an honest mistake, but she wouldn't hear it.
You killed your wife's brother-in-law by mistake.
The brother-in-law's family was pissed, and so was the prefect when he found out about his wife. They tried to subdue me so they could send me to prison. I killed them all swiftly. None of them suffered. Still, Mishan wouldn't leave with me. She kept crying and complaining about her family. Family life just isn't for me.
It's by far the most stupid thing I've ever heard. What are your thoughts in the situation?
Whatever.
Do we have any... No, we don't have any other things to do.
Yes. Off you go.
Anybody else has anything interesting to speak about? Alright. Let's make a save here. I think it's a good place to call it there for tonight anyways. Made some pretty good progress. Tomorrow we'll go to the... We'll head towards the necropolis, I guess. We gotta do this thing. Wait, we gotta turn this thing. But we'll do that on the way there. And of course we'll go to the Lotus Fortress and stuff like that. We'll do that tomorrow. So let's stop the timer there. And yeah, I'll be back on tomorrow around noon or so. We shall continue some more Jade... almost said Jade Cocoon. Jade Empire goodness. But yeah, thanks everybody for stopping on by. Hope you enjoyed some of this. And let's see who's online there. I can raid up before we head out. Is online. I got Mr. JRPG on, playing some Tales of Rebirth. So let's raid him up. We shall go from there. So everybody have a fantastic night. And I'll catch you tomorrow for more of this. Bye for now.